Morning, morning, morning. Testing, testing. Morning, morning. Early start today. We're making some snacks. So this is the extended version of Yorkshire Indian on Food Talk TV. Oh, let me cough. So, morning to everybody. I don't know what time it is over there. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Morning, Sheila. So I've got lots and lots of food to cook today. So basically, I needed to start a little bit earlier. So we're going to make some, today we're going to make some chicken spring rolls. We're going to make, good morning, morning, Kyle. Morning, Linda. We're making, what we're making? Chicken spring rolls. We're making onion bhajis, and we're making some jeera chicken, some wings. So we're doing it all from scratch. Usually I come on at 4 o'clock, which is GMT. So I think your time around 11 o'clock, I presume. So this will carry on all the way to 5 o'clock because I've got lots to do. So I'm just going to be banging on. If anybody wants to watch while you're brushing your teeth. Watch while you're having your coffee, your bacon sandwich, whatever you're having. And I'm just going to carry on cooking. So if you do have any questions, I'm on my own. Fire away. I will try my best to answer. But if I don't answer, my apologies. But we're going to go anyway. So what we're going to do, first I've got some mince. I've got like that might be too small, that pot. I've got a 1.5 kilos of chicken mince. So what I need to do is I need to spice that up. We're going to throw it in. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this pot because I've got a feeling I've got a lot more to do and I need this. And the reason I'm making this first, this has to go into the phyllo. I'm going to make the spring roll, so we need it to cool down. So I'm going to get this kicked off first. So I'm going to switch this on, let that heat up, and I will throw some spices in. I'm going to put some diced onions. And what we'll do with the diced onions, basically saute them till they're soft. We're not going to brown them. I'm just going to saute them till they're slightly soft. And we will be cracking with the knacking. So what's happening over there? How's the weather? Over there, anybody? What's the weather saying? Weather. Because the weather is shit here. It's not very good. It was one day we had nice in the whole week, and the rest of it has been pretty kind of bad. But we can't have everything. Nobody answering over there. Thank you very much for the like so far. So don't forget, we're making some Indian snacks today for a party. I'm going to a party tonight. So I decided to put my hand up and say, I tell you what, I'll bring some snacks to go with your spread. So they'll have a spread of, I don't know, what's usually spread? Sandwiches, sausage roll, pork pie, I'm guessing. So nobody ever says no to a few Indian numbers. I mean, it's just the way it is here in England now. We have to do some samosas or some bhajis. Can I have some bhajis, mate, and some samosas? 54 and rainy. Yes, cloudy here. Very overcast today. But we will get there. I think there's promising some sun on Tuesday, which no good to me because we work. You want the sun on the weekend, do we not? So I'm just going to dice these up. And in this, when I've cooked the chicken, I'm going to put some garden peas in there as well, because garden peas go nicely. Usually you make it with lamb mince. You can use it with beef mince. You can make vegetarian ones. But today, I'm going to make chicken ones, because I made a chicken mince the other day, and it really tasted nice. So I thought, let's do something different. And also, my wife doesn't usually eat red meat, so because they're being chicken, she can also enjoy. So why shouldn't she enjoy? Absolutely, she should. We can't victimize those part-time vegetarians all the time, can we? I mean, you Americans probably don't know what you're talking about with vegetarians. You all eat meat now? You all eat meat? Yeah. Right, oil. What oil am I going to use? I'm going to get a little bit of mustard oil in here. Here's my bottle that I don't know how to use. Look, I know how to use it now, look. It's coming, you just put it at an angle and it pours out nicely. So we don't want too much grease in here because obviously there's going to be a little bit of fat content in the chicken. So we allow for the fat content. And we're just going to go in with a little bit of oil. Plus, don't forget, these are going to be spring rolls. It's not a curry. We're making it like a curry style. I'll switch this gas on. But it's not a curry. Let me just put this patilla away. Patilla. Pot. Patilla. 3 lessons here as well. We were getting high. We were getting high. In with the onions. This is where we do the magic. We add all the flavors. All the flavors are going into the onions. And then once these flavors are absorbed by the onion, that spreads into the meat. And then you get this kind of like this marriage of taste and flavors, like so. Sorry about the extraction, bit noisy, I know. But as long as you can hear me, testing, testicles. Huh? Can I hear properly, man? Can I hear properly? So while I'm doing this, what do I need to, what did I say I was going to do? I'm making some onion barges. So, pretty much, I'm going to be chopping onions for the next God knows how long. So what I'll do, get some onions. Where are the onions? Here they are. I'm not going to be chopping all of them, but I've got a big bag of onions here. So I might as well do that while this is reducing down and frying off. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you very much for people who joined Food Talk TV today. I know it's early. What time is it? Anybody quickly? What time? Are we looking at about 9:30 or are we looking at 9 a.m. or 9:42 or 8:42? Morning, Mary. What time we're looking at? What time are you saying? Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay. Oh, shit. Don't move that out of the way. I need that. Put this here. Alexa, volume up. Bastard! We were getting high. What time? 9:40 in Ohio. Well, there you go. 9:40 in Ohio. So let's see if I can do this quickly while keeping one eye on the onions that are frying and one eye on the onions that need peeling and chopping for my onion barge. It'll all come together. Don't you worry. I don't want to rush it too much because obviously I've tried to time it in my tiny little head. I've timed everything to perfection. I need to be done by 5 o'clock. So if I'm not done by 5 o'clock, I need to make mint sauce as well. So I need to make a yogurt sauce. I'll make a cucumber raita. I've got my Indian air fryer here. As you can see already, Indian air fryer. 50% oil, 50% air. This is the air fryer that we use. The other air fryer, that's for posh people. We're not posh. Right, onions. I need onions. How many bad onions do you think are going to be in this batch? Because you start getting a lot of bad onions now in a batch. There's always 1 or 2. It's a bit like a case of wine. When you buy a case of wine, there's always fucking one that's corked. And then you never get time to send it back. You should always send it back. Especially when it's corked. Take it back to the goddamn shop, man. Goddamn, my wine's corked, man. Encourage more viewers to share. Oh, thank you very much for sharing the live. If you do share, then possibly other morning dwellers like yourselves who watch Indian snacks on Food Talk TV may be alerted. They may be alerted. They may be saying, "Hey, goddamn, this is brown guy, man. He looks Mexican, man, but goddamn, he's got a strange voice, man. He really is peculiar, weird, man, weirdo." I'm not kind of weird. Okay, let's get this straight. Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer Harder, thank you very much for the gifts. Very kind. All the Food Talk family, very, very grateful for these gifts. I'm grateful because it's my fucking show. And you're giving me the gift, so thank you very much, very kind. So keep one eye on here, another 3-4 minutes with that, and we will be cracking with the macking. Thank you very much for joining. This is Food Talk TV. I am the Yorkshire Indian. I actually have my own channel on TikTok. Is it called TikTok? I call it TikToks. It's called Yorkshire Indian with a Y, you know, Y, and the little line that goes like this, Y, Yorkshire. So Yorkshire Indian. There goes my onions. Making a mess. My wife come back. She goes, "Look at fucking mess you made. You can't do anything new. All you do is make a mess. Fuck's sakes, like having another child." But it's a kitchen. You're going to make a mess. As long as you bastard clean it up, messes will happen. As long as you clean as you go. I always used to tell my staff, because I'm from the restaurateur, obviously. You always tell my staff, clean as you go. Some of them don't like to clean as they go. They like to leave a big puck and a mess. And I said, no, clean as you go. Right. These onions looking good. Let's get some chilies. You don't want to put too many chilies. You want everyone to enjoy, because there are going to be people who don't like too spicy. So I'll put like 3 green chilies in there. 8:45 in Ohio. Thank you very much for joining. I know it's a bit early. I know nobody's been notified. I know this is extended version. So usually I'm on at 4 o'clock, which will be your 11 o'clock or sometimes 10 o'clock. But today I will still be on 4 o'clock. But it's just an extended version. We were getting high. We were getting high. There goes the chilies. So now I'm going to not concentrate on these onions, concentrate on these onions, because I don't want anything to burn at this stage. I'm going to get some water ready in a jug. Where's my pot on a jug? I need a jug. Where is my jug? I need the jug. So as you can see, that's right, I could work with you in the kitchen. God, Stephen, I need a hand today. We need a hand. There's a lot of prep. The onions here, as you can see, lots of. Can you see the onions? You can see the onions. Lots of onions there. I need to fill this bowel. Bowel? You say bowel? Bowel. My bowel. I need to. My bowel is empty. I need to fill my bowel. So the water is just for like emergencies. You leave it there. So obviously you add the spices. You don't want anything to burn. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of jeera here, cumin. Just going to add a little bit of cumin, about 2 teaspoons. Cumin goes very, very well. And obviously, with it being a spring roll, you don't want any like big pieces of spices. So we're not going to put any cardamom or bay leaf or anything. You don't want to give anybody a shock. But cumin should be fine. We're just going with a little bit of cumin. Let that mix away. And then we're going to go in with the ginger garlic. So I got some ginger garlic paste here. As you can see. It's not porridge, it's ginger garlic paste. What are you making? So today I'm making Indian spring rolls with chicken mince and peas. Then I'm going to make some onion bhajis. Then I'm going to make some jeera chicken, which is jeera chicken, chicken wings, spicy chicken wings. These are all going to be finger food. Plenty ginger garlic in there. Let's give that a little mix. It doesn't burn. We were getting high. We were getting high. So in with my salt. Salt, obviously, I'm looking at 1.5 kilos, so I'd probably put like a teaspoon per kilo. So I'm just going to give a nice couple of sprinkles for taste. Mix that in. Oh, that's getting fucking hot. Right, where's my tomato? Anybody got any tomato? Tomato? Where's the, oh, did I not buy any fucking tomato? This could be a problem. Where's my pasata? Where is my wife when you need her? Fucking nowhere to be found. Bastard! Not her. I'm saying bastard to the situation. Right, I've got a tin of tomatoes here. I'm gonna have to go make do. We'll mash these up. Plenty. So about half a tin of chopped tomatoes. You can actually start a nice pasta dish now. You don't have to put any other spices. You can put a bit of pepper, some bay leaf, and some cream, and we can start like a nice pasta. Mama, the pasta sauce, kosher salt. This is actually Celtic salt. This Celtic sea salt. As you can see, the grey color. Probably see like a grey coarse grain. It has a lot more minerals than normal salt. Obviously, basic table salt has like 1 or 2 minerals. This one has about 38, 40. And I find it a little bit better than Himalayan salt. I've been using a lot of Himalayan salt in my cooking, but actually I find this better. The taste is better and it's good for you. Where do you get that? Well, actually I got a batch lot sent to me from a supplier who wanted me to advertise this stuff, which I did on my own Yorkshire. I don't do any promotional stuff on here. Food Talk TV, we don't really do products. But it's called Celtic Coastal. I don't know if they sell in America, but there are some American companies that do. I think they're the ocean blue or navy blue color. Very, very good. Very good for electrolytes. So if you have problems with cramps, if you train a lot, because I train a lot and I get problems with my back here, and I'm usually stretching out all the time, and it's down to the electrolytes really. I'm just going to add a little bit of water in here. Let these tomatoes cook. So when they've just cooked slightly, a little bit more minute, I will go in with my spices, spices. Mississippi Miss Georgia in the house. Great for dehydration. Well, actually great for hydration. Oh yeah, if you're dehydrated, I get you. Yeah. Absolutely, really good. Really, I do swear by it. I use sachets to add to my water so I can obviously don't have a problem, because I do sweat a lot. Obviously, when I do train, I do sweat, and I used to run a lot, but I don't run that much anymore. But I just do like gym work, treadmills, etc. But I still cramp a lot in my muscle when I do certain exercises. I tend to cramp, and that's down to electrolytes. So this salt in your food, I mean, you're going to add salt anyway. I add a lot less salt than I used to. We used to have a lot more salt. So rather than 2 spoons, I put 1 spoon or half a spoon, etc., etc. But this is high volume in here, so I put about 1.5 spoons, 2 teaspoons. While I'm talking, while this is cooking, I'm just going to keep going. I'm a bit conscious about these onions. And I need to leave some work, obviously, for 4 o'clock when the average regular viewers, Food Talk viewers come on. And they were like, God damn, you made all the food. God damn, what's going on, man? Actually, Celtic salt has 92. There you go. So I was wrong. I times it by 2. Of the 102 minerals that nobody needs every day, iodized is only 2. Yeah, there you go. That nobody needs every day. Did you put that that nobody needs. Well, I suppose. A little bit more water. I want these tomatoes to really go down because obviously I don't want lumps of tomato in my spring rolls. So we're going to mash these down now. Make sure they cook off. Alexa, play the popcorn music while you switch on mustard. Alexa, play a song. Moody bastard. Do you need me to come up? Why are you good? Come up. Do you want to come inside? Come inside. You want to come inside the box? You're more than welcome. We could do with the company. Cindy might be on later on, and then 4 o'clock, Gaz is coming on, and he wants to introduce a few people to the Food Talk TV audience. I'm going to switch that off for now.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. I know it's early. I know you're brushing your teeth. And what the goddamn hell's going on here, man?
It's almost
But
9
so if you want to just explain to everybody, basically what's happening is I'm going to a party later on tonight. Obviously, it's the early afternoon here now. It's nearly 2 o'clock, and obviously my live is at 4 o'clock in the afternoon till 5. And I have so much to cook. There's no way I would. And I thought, well, I'm going to cook it anyway. Why don't I just go live? So I asked Kaz permission last night. Do you mind if I start early?
Perfect.
And he said, absolutely, just start early. So at least everybody on Food Talk TV who views can have a look at the preparation of a lot of the dishes that I'm making. They're all snacky dishes, finger food dishes. But I'm doing it all from scratch. So I'm making some chicken spring rolls. Indian style. I'm making some onion bhajis, and then I'm making some jeera chicken, which is chicken wings, and it's all going to be finger food, and everything's going to be prepped from scratch right here on Food Talk TV.
We love this. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Food Talk TV. This is the Yorkshire Indian you're watching. He is over in the UK. And he goes live on Food Talk TV every Saturday. So hit that bell for your reminder to go off.
So just quickly, I'm going to go in with my spices now. And in these spices, I put some cumin seeds already with the onions. I love catching. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. So we've got some haldi, which is turmeric. So I'm going to put some turmeric in there. Don't forget, it's 1.5 kilos, so the volumes are going to be a little bit higher than normal. So you have to make allowances for how much meat there is, extra meat than normal. So in now, I'm going to go in with some garam masala, which is a blend of about 10 different whole spices, roasted and grinded down. So there's my garam masala. And then here is some coriander powder. So go in with 2 of those. And then because I put some cumin seeds in there, I've got some cumin powder. I'll just put 1.5. And then here is the red one there, Kashmiri chili powder, which is a more colourful chili powder. It's spicy, but it's a little bit subtle in taste. So it doesn't like blow your head off. So I make allowances. I put some green chilies. There might be people there who don't have spicy food, so I have to make allowances for that as well. So we want that Indian flavour. You want that little bite, that little heat, but you don't want to kill people. So about 3 should be fine. That won't do any damage. You know, for example, there's nothing worse if you don't eat chilies and you bite into something and it blows your head off and then you don't enjoy. That's the worst experience ever. So I don't make food like that. I make it kind of like medium so everybody can really enjoy. And that's how you should make food, really. Unless you're a complete psycho and, you know, those people do like the Tindaloo, Vindaloo and all that, you know?
Hey, Bobby, do we have those tins? Stephen Dad said that he needs that tin, the spice tin.
Oh, yeah. This is called the masala dabba. So it's a masala dabba. Masala effectively translates to spice. Dabba means box. So effectively, this is a spice box. So this is an easy grab one. So obviously it stays open. It's for kind of like every day or every other day use because there's no secondary lid. So you can just grab the spices straight away. And they'll stay in this box for months if you want. But obviously for me, because I cook quite a lot, it probably lasts a month and a half or something. And then you have things like, just got to keep an eye on that chicken. You've got like a whole spice masala dabba with the whole spices in there. And then I have another 3 of these with lots of different spices, and another 2 with just powdered spices. So it all kind of like conglomerates together. So I'm just going to go in with a bit of methi, which is dried fenugreek. Hiya, you a good time?
Where's everybody watching from? And what are we doing?
Sorry?
I said, where's everybody watching from? We want to know.
Alexa, switch off. Somebody is talking. So in with my mince, I've got 1.5 kilo of mince in there. Let me just turn that down. You can see, turn it around. Where did I put my tissue? So what we're going to do is just pound this down and get it all mixed up so it conglomerates in with the sauce. You can see the sauce. That is basically, let me just move this here a bit closer. That's the onions that I just did with the spices. Gone all over my hand now. That was worth it, wasn't it? Should have just got a plate.
It looks so good.
Yeah, so I'm going to mix all that in now. Turn the heat up because obviously there's a lot of water content in the mince. So we need to turn the heat up to make sure it starts cooking straight away and searing so it doesn't release too much water. So the heat needs to be really high. And there's obviously a lot in there and it's a big pot. Otherwise it just turns to mush and all the water starts coming out and then it boils rather than cooks, you know. It broils basically. And we don't want that effect. We want the kind of like a frying, searing effect. So we'll get that heat right up. And while that's doing that, I'll keep concentrating on my onions because I need lots of onions for the onion bhajis. I'll just peeling these and then we'll just chop them all at one go. So what I'll do is, I've done these now. We'll do a little chopping show to show my chopping skills.
Oh, you use those?
As you can see, I have very few accidents when I'm chopping, so I'll just be careful. I'll be very, very careful. There's no accidents today.
No accidents today. Not on my watch.
Let me just... you all right? You hungry? Do you have something to eat? Oh,
Good morning,
there you go.
You're watching
Right,
Bob.
me one.
Let's go over to watch the onions.
Oh, did you? One
Go
second.
watch the onions. Look at this view. Tap your screen, buddy.
So what we do is, can you see there's still some raw parts, and then where the mince has changed colour, that's been seared. So what we need to do is we need all of this to change colour from a pinky raw to a kind of like a yellowy kind of like colour with the spices, so you know it's been seared, not cooked, but seared. So that way, that stops all the water coming out. And then once that's cooking, we will add the peas, maybe add a little bit of water and then let that simmer down so it's all cooked through. And don't forget, we're going to cook it again because I'm going to let this cool down and then we've got some phyllo pastry. So what I'm using, you probably get these, you're going to take them out of the freezer for about an hour and a half before you start rolling them. These are a company called, these are called TYJ Spring Rolls. These are the smaller ones and you get 40 sheets. They're easy to make. You just get a cloth, cover them. I'll show you them when I roll them. So we've got a couple of packets of them and we'll see how many we get out of this mix. I'm guessing probably 40, but just in case we get any extras, we'll do some extras. And don't forget, we're going to eat a few as well. Can't just make all these and not eat them, can we?
So
Right,
good.
so there's the mince. Let me put this back. So how is everybody this morning then? Everybody must be surprised. What the hell's going on?
Everybody's so surprised that you're on.
Nice and early. Right,
Nice
so
and
time to
early.
multitask again. I'm going to get rid of this.
Mm-hmm.
Move that down there. Where's my bowl? I've got my bowl. My bowl is empty. So I need... so wish me luck.
Good luck.
Move
Gotcha.
this.
Ooh. Guys, look at those nice peas.
You'll never imagine how many of these I used to make in the restaurant
Look at you.
to prep. My God. Used to make so many. And this is where my practice comes from with the chopping mushrooms, chopping onions, chopping carrots. That's where your skills come from. It's just literally continuous chopping and practice. And then you've got no alternative but just to get good at it, really. So I've just chopped myself, see? Chop my finger. I chopped my... I got all excited and chopped my finger now. It's a sharp knife, you know. I really have chopped my finger. Something, give me plaster, please. So what is, do you do any Food Talk TV yourself? Do you do
I do not. I am the
I
general
saw you on a live.
I'm the general manager for the Shop Partners. I run the show.
Ah, right. Okay. Wow.
And
I didn't know
Good
that.
morning, Forge.
Because I saw you, I think I came on, was it your live and you were doing some products and product placements?
Yeah,
and
I'm the
whatnot?
general manager for FTTV Shop Partners.
Wow.
And Tanya,
Wow.
that's in the chat, she is a creator manager.
Right. Okay. Okay.
We love supporting you guys.
Hi, Forged.
Hi,
Forged
Bob.
in Fire.
Forge.
How you doing?
Good morning, Forge. Hi, Tanya. See, there's Tanya. Good morning, everybody. You're watching the Yorkshire Indian right here on Food Talk TV. He has a little
Thank you.
showing too, and he's prepping some food.
So as you can see, what will happen is this mince will clump up. So all you need to do is just beat down on the clumpy parts, and that will just sort itself out. And then obviously there's moisture coming out now. So we're just gonna give this another couple of minutes. And I've got some, make sure there's no full clumps, because they might not look big in the pot, but when you roll them and you have them in a spring roll, you're gonna have a big like lump. You don't want that. You want it to be kind of like individual grains of mince.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you bite into it, it's kind of equal all the way through. That's what we're after.
Looks so good.
Smells good now. It smells really good. So what we need, I'm just going to put some, let me just get this. I'm going to put some peas in here, and then we'll go in with some extra garam masala, some fresh coriander, which is cilantro.
Cilantro.
And that'll give it. And then what we do is I need to let this cool down, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So the quicker it cools down, the quicker I can start.
Oh, thank you, Forge. Thank you, Forge.
So I'm going to go in with my peas. I've got some garden peas here. Straight in.
Can you use frozen peas?
These are frozen peas.
Oh, those are frozen. Okay, there we go. Listen. Easy peasy.
These are frozen peas. I just left them in a bit of water at room temperature. That's all they needed. They didn't need... You can put them in from frozen as well.
Perfect.
But I like to just kind of like just quickly defrost them at room temperature in a bowl of water, and they're fine. They're good to go, and then it gives it a nice little color, as you can see, and it makes it just go a little bit further around. Spread. So we need to keep this heat up, let all that moisture come out, and then if there's too much moisture, I can always drain it, because obviously we're going to put it in spring rolls. We don't want too much moisture. Just going to put this extraction on very, very quickly. It's getting a bit. So yeah, so you do this food top shop, or is it food shop top, or what is it called?
It's FTTV Shop Partners.
I can't keep up. There's just too much going on. FTTV what? Shop Partners.
We're taking over TikTok Shop by storm.
Wow.
Yeah. We have October Dragonfly, who's doing amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many wonderful creators that are doing such amazing things.
I think this is a problem. I miss out on a lot of it because obviously
I know.
The time
Well,
difference.
there's a big time difference, Bobby. What are you going to do about that?
Yeah, that's the problem. I miss out on quite a lot. Otherwise, I would probably take a little bit more time and do it. And obviously, I've got work. You've got other things on as well.
My videos.
So I just kind of concentrate on my own kind of thing at the moment. But yeah, whenever I can, I try to go into people's lives, but I don't look at schedules to see who's on.
Yeah.
I just go on the live. If I see somebody, it'll notify me because obviously I'm friends with Food Talk TV. So it'll give me that little notification. And sometimes if Jeanette's on here, Jeanette Bush.
Yes.
Well, not sometimes. I think all times she just invites me. Jeanette shared a live. She's always
sharing that live.
Like Forge has just shared that.
Forge.
Jeanette's always sharing, so that's why I get notifications. But the problem with Jeanette, sometimes when she does it, I get the message, but then it's too late. So when I click on the link, the live's finished.
Oh, yes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Allie. Signing up today to open up her shop. We're so excited. She's joining the partnership. Joe. Good morning. Impeccable knife skills, chef.
Thank you very much. So there's my onions. I think I need a few more in there. So, like I said, we're multitasking. Plenty of time. What time is it? It's only 2:15. Plenty of time. So we will just talk. And if anybody gets bored, my apologies. But there's lots and lots to do. And there's lots of prepping. Because obviously, we're going to fry these spring rolls, but I need to prep them. Thank you very much, the alley cat. We're going to fry the spring rolls. We're going to fry the onion bhajis and the jeera chicken I'm going to make in this pot. So I'll wash this pot out. I'll make it in there.
Yeah.
So there's lots of things that are going to continuously be getting cooked and getting prepped and whatever. If you have any questions, just dive in. Don't hesitate. If anybody's got any questions, my dear colleague here, Mississippi, Georgia, will endeavor to shout out the question, verbalize it, and I will definitely try to answer.
Absolutely. Where's everybody watching from? Bobby's in the UK. So that's why it's 2:00 in the afternoon, and we are all just waking up, having our morning coffee, or tea, or whatever. Energy drink.
I'm having an afternoon coffee as well. Well, I just did. Actually, I need a drink, so just find my drink at my gym bag. Get any left in here?
Allie, you're gonna love him. I love watching him. New York, Forge. I'm from New York too. I keep seeing you say that, and I'm from New York.
New York.
I am Westchester. You love cooking, Allie? Well, listen, you joined the right creator network, the right partnership, because they go FTTV. Food Talk TV goes live 7 days a week. Sometimes I think we're up to 2 times a day. 7 days a week and 2 times a day. And tomorrow we have some spotlights going on. We have Kunchi. He's getting a spotlight. And we have Mr. Crown Royal. And I believe Food Talk TV as well.
I love those guys. Country, Crown Royal. Yeah. I love their skills. I wish I could watch them more. Yeah. Like I say, I'd never really get the chance. But yeah, I do love their shows. I love Country with all his 55 barbecues that he's got. And there's me with one barbecue. He's got about 55 or something, you know?
Yeah, Birdie. Good morning, Birdie. Birdie, I got your name. I finally made it. You never know what her name is. When I first started, I'm like,
I know. It's just I just see this. And I always think it's a comment going, well, that's not fair. You haven't said anything. Hardly fair. But she's cool. She's coolie birdie.
I'm trying to learn everybody's name.
Right, I think that should be fine. So what I need to do is I need to show you this actually. I just want this to reduce now. So I'm going to turn this heat down. As you can see, let me just show you this so we know what's going on.
Okay, we're getting moved, everybody. Front and center. Buckle up for safety. We're moving.
Buckle up, bastards! There you go. So there is, can you see the mince now?
We see it.
You see a little bit of steam. You'll see the nice mix of peas to the mince.
Look at that.
But can you see there's a bit of moisture there? Can you see that? That's the moisture. Some of it is not that much fat, but some of it's fat, but most of it's moisture. Okay. So I want this moisture to calm down. So what I'm going to do is literally turn the heat really low. I'm going to get some, where's my coriander? I've got a coriander. God damn, what's a coriander, man?
AI Joe said he's hungry.
I'm hungry now. So I've got some coriander. I don't know what's wrong with this part of the coriander. Let's get rid of it.
The alley cat would like to know what's in it. She just
in here.
Yep, in there.
So in here, I started off with some onion, some diced onion, and in here is mince chicken. So it's chicken mince. It's mainly from leg meat, not breast. So it's minced leg meat with a little bit of, you know, the normal fat that would have on a leg, because you need that fat. You need that fat to render down and to cook it off. Otherwise, it just gets too dry. So you've got that. I put some cumin seeds in there with the oil. Then I put some spices. I put some turmeric. I'll show you again. I put some turmeric. I put some cumin powder. I put some Kashmiri chili powder. I put some coriander powder and some garam masala in there. I also added a bit of usuri methi, which is dried fenugreek. And now I'm letting this water, can you see this water here?
Oh, thank you.
We just want this water to disappear. Once that's disappeared, then I can definitely let that cool down, because we need it to cool down rapid, because I need to start obviously prepping the spring rolls. And when you prep the spring rolls, they need to be actually filled and rolled. Otherwise, we'll struggle.
Yes. Thank you, Charles.
So I'm just chopping some cilantro off camera at the moment because I haven't moved the camera. I will move it. Use my bag here.
There's some amazing cilantro on Food Talk TV. And if you want to see what Bobby is making today, you can go to the website and the recipe should be there. And all the recipes that are done on Food Talk TV.
So there's the coriander, which is the cilantro, and I've got some cilantro powder, which is coriander powder. Just one of those going on, well, 1.5 should we say, and then one more garam masala just to give it, enhance those flavors. And then we'll just let that go. That water, that moisture needs to change to oil. So once that's changed to oil, then we know all the spices are fully cooked. And and then we're happy to go and get that sorted. Let me just get this mess out of the way. Move this. Move the onions. Don't need them. Don't need the chilies. Move.
It does sound amazing.
Move.
It looks amazing. His food always looks wonderful. So yummy. I want to jump through the screen and eat it.
Right. So just leave a gap. It's looking great. Now all that moisture is more or less gone. So just give it another couple of minutes. Keep an eye. Can you see these onions? Yes, you can.
Yes, it's a good
So
view.
now we've got the onions. These are for the onion bhajis. The bhajias, they're called bhajias. You can call them pakore, you can call them whatever you like, but we call them bhajis. Very, very famous in UK. Basically, they're just homemade, like onion fritters. You can have them round, you can have them circular, flat, like a pancake, or you can have them, I like to make them rustic. So I grab like a half a handful out of the mix and put them in. But the way I make onion bhajis is different. You might see them online, and you see people making the batter first. What we make them with is gram flour. So I have gram flour. It's called besan. So let me just show you the besan. Right. So this is a bag of besan. I don't know if you'll see it reverse there. Yeah, you see it in reverse. Gram, G-R-A-M, gram flour, besan. So the Hindi word for gram flour is besan. Now this is gluten-free because it's made with chickpea flour. It's basically chickpeas. Chane di dal. So what they do is they dry the chickpea out and then they grind it down. And when they grind it down, you get this flour. Okay. So it's quite versatile. And you can make pakoras with it. We add it to sauces, etc. And it's great because it's gluten-free. There's no wheat flour in there. Oh. So it's really good for gluten-free people who have celiac, etc. But what people do is they make the batter first, then add the onions in. I don't do it that way. I do it the other way because I like extra flavor. And the way I do it is I add all the spices to my onions. What will happen is because the onions here is about 90% water, as soon as the salt and the spices attack this, it starts oxidizing and it starts releasing moisture. So what happens, it releases the moisture. What will happen if you did it in the batter? Once it released the moisture, the batter will just get too watery. Okay. To prevent that, I let the water come out of the onions. Then I add the flour just to the water of the onions, the natural water. And if I then need to add a little bit more, I will. And then you get nice, crispy, crunchy bhajis. That's the trick that I'll show you and teach you today. So in here, I'm going to go in with some cumin seeds. Obviously, there's no measurement here. I'm looking at that. I'm going to probably make about 30, 40 pieces of there. So I'm just going to go by sight. So I'll go in with about 5. We need that flavor. And then here is ajwain. This is carom seeds, C-A-R-O-M, carom seeds. So it's ajwain. It gives a nice little pungenty flavor. They're really tiny little seeds. Good. They smell really, really good. And there's nothing else that's going to go in here. So in here now, I'm going to go in, instead of the grainy salt, I'm just going to go in with some table salt. Okay. Because we don't want it to kind of like break down, whereas the crystals that I've got probably won't break down. We'll just do that. We'll do half and half. Just do some of these.
I love that. I want one of those so bad. I'm going to find one.
Mix.
I'm going to get one. Good morning, Jack. Good morning.
Can you see this now? I'll just show you this.
Yes.
Can you see? No moisture.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see?
Moisture.
There's a little bit of moisture coming out. Just press it. We want all that to go because we don't want any moisture inside the sauce. That's going to go inside the spring rolls. I want it all to disappear. Once it's disappeared, I will stop that and literally let it cool down. Hopefully it cools down in time. So we put the salt, we put the cumin seeds, we put the ajwain. Now we're going to go in with some spices. So in here for flavor, Kashmiri chili.
I love
and the beautiful thing about this is, the reason I say I do it like this, where I don't have measurements, I just throw it in, I kind of do it from experience, but at the same time, it's not an exact science. This is why, because it's vegetables, you can actually, when I do the batter, I can try it and taste it. And you can always add a little bit more, before you cook the batter. So what I always do is I fry one off, let it cool down, taste it, try it. It needs a bit more salt. But if you put too much in, you can't take anything out. You can't take the salt out. You can't take the spices out. So always go to like 80% level where you can always touch it up on something that you need a little bit more of. For example, if it's not spicy enough, you can add more spices.
Yep, you could always put in, but you can't take out.
You can't take the bastard out. You just can't fucking do it.
Nah.
Excuse me.
You just can't. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. Tap the screen. Share to your friends. Oh, Allie, yes. We love Bobby. He is Yorkshire Indian right here on TikTok. And
Just going to put a little bit of mango powder. Just slight bit of mango powder in there. And then what I need is mango powder. It's amchur. It's called amchur. It's a mango powder. It's a lovely, lovely powder.
They don't know. They can't tell.
Right. Coriander.
If he said anything like that, he gets taken down. We love Bobby.
What's happened?
Your accent.
Oh, I do apologize.
We love it. Don't apologize.
I sometimes have episodes,
We love your episodes. You all have.
We do apologize. We do apologize about that little brown fellow on the screen. My sincerest apologies. But now I'm going to put some coriander inside. We like coriander. What do you call it? Cilantro. You call it cilantro, don't you?
Cilantro.
Cilantro.
There's going to be a lot of that going on.
I got some cilantro.
It's Cinco de Mayo in the States on Sunday. Tomorrow.
What is?
Cinco de Mayo.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
I like the way you say tomorrow. Where do you get this? Is that Canadian twist or?
New York, Bobby.
New York.
New York.
Tomorrow.
Ah, Birdie's daughter turns 12 tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Oh, many happy returns of the day.
Birdie
My daughter turns 12.
You're super mellow today, Birdie said.
Yeah, but it is early, and I didn't want to scare anybody, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Birdie's daughter. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hooray. Speech. We want a fucking speech. Right. So I'm just going to give this a mix.
Give it a mix.
And you give it a nice crunch inside. When you're going in, give it a nice little squeeze. Get all those spices involved. Get them all mixed, all that salt. We want every last sliver of onion to be covered in that mix of spices. You can smell it now. It just smells wonderful.
Amazing.
And what you'll see, this is quite dry. But you watch this. When I leave this at room temperature for about 30 minutes, it'll go really soggy. And what will happen is it's all that moisture starts releasing. And that's a good sign because that's what I want. Because I'm going to go in straight with my flour and we'll start frying. While my mince is cooling, we'll go in with the onion bhajis and then we'll do the jeera chicken.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm trying to save some of the work for 4 o'clock. When everybody else who's supposed to come at 4 o'clock, because I'm supposed to start at 4 o'clock, when they all come in and say, "Ooh, what's he making? God damn it!"
Now 4 o'clock is 2 hours your time, right? And you'll be going back live again?
No, I'm going to stay live.
Oh, you're staying live the whole entire time?
I'm staying live. Yeah, Kaz is coming on at 4 because he wants to introduce. Is it Mark and? Somebody
yes, we have new creators who've joined. Yes,
that's the one. So what are the names again?
I'm not 100% sure. I know that there are a few,
So we
And
call them Mark and Mindy for now.
Mark and Mindy are coming up. Yes, they are. That's it. Yeah.
Mark and Mindy, yeah?
Mork and Mindy. Okay. I'm 42, Bobby. I don't remember Mork and Mindy, but I've heard
You
of
don't
them.
remember, but all right, okay. So Mark and Mindy. So yeah,
Yes,
they're coming on. If
they're
anybody wants to
coming
see
on.
Mark and Mindy, feel free.
Mm-hmm.
So can you see how I've twisted it? Can you see the color there?
Yeah, that color is
No more white onions. Can you see?
mm-hmm.
All mixed nice. Almost made like a salsa, like a coated onions, and that's going to be beautiful. So what I'm going to do there, leave this at room temperature, and just leave that aside. Let's move that away.
Porch. That color on those onions is beautiful.
Well, that was his first show, wasn't it? It was indeed. It really was, and I was a child when that came on. Oh, done. I was a child when that came on. I fell in love with Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm back. Let me plug this in.
Third Rock from the Sun. Yes, that was a good one. Thank Allie.
So I need to get this in a bowl somewhere, let this cool down. So what I'm going to do, give my... Pardon?
Bobby, do you prefer to use a particular onion? Like we have Vidalia onions and yellow onions and white onions. Is there an onion that you prefer to use for this?
Sorry. You asking me a question?
Yep.
Go on, say it again, sorry.
What kind of onion did you use?
These are Spanish onions.
Okay.
Spanish white onions.
Spanish white onions.
Sorry?
Spanish white onions.
Yeah, just Spanish white, just normal white onions. I don't know what type you get. I mean, here you get like Dutch onions, British onions, Spanish, Portuguese. The Dutch are pretty good, but sometimes depending on the season, they hold a lot more moisture. And I used to know this because obviously we used to have high volume of onions in the restaurant, because I used to run a restaurant. I used to have my own restaurant. And then you get to know which onions kind of like really high in moisture, which season. The prices used to go up like extremely high per bag because they are a commodity, obviously. And if crops are bad that year, price goes up, shortage, demand is high. So, you know, you have to take these hits in a restaurant. If certain, like cilantro, remember cilantro, local grown cilantro is fairly cheap. Back in the day, so we used to get boxes of them with loads of bunches in a box. But if the local like weather wasn't good and the crops weren't good, so we'd have to buy them from Cyprus. The best cilantro we used to get was from Cyprus, but compared to a local box at £4, we're paying £16 for a box from Cyprus. So obviously it's times 4 that you're paying, but how does that translate into when you've got a fixed menu with prices and stuff?
Right.
You know, you take a hit, you know, and this is the thing. Right, I need to just. So as you can see, what I've done here, this isn't really a trick. It's like a restaurant-y trick. I've put it in a flat tray to help it cool a bit quicker.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put this somewhere. Let me just make some room. Run out of room now. Right, so that's that.
AI Joe said, I thought the UK was known for shallots.
Shallots. Yeah, but if you look at shallots, they're really, really tiny. Now, just imagine I'd made onion bhajis that are little tiny shallots. It would take me a heck of a lot of shallots. And I'd be just like peeling them all day. It'd take forever.
Time to hydrate. Everybody hydrate.
Oh, yeah. So, right. I need to do my chicken. So I'm washing some chicken. Let's prep the chicken up.
Yes,
I've got some chicken wings here.
Me too, Allie.
They need cutting. I pick and choose if I wash chicken or not. Basically, it depends on where I bought it from. Do I trust the butchers? You know, it's always on site. If I don't like the look of something, I'll give it a wash. If I'm not that bothered, I don't wash it because obviously cross-contamination.
Right. You could wash your chicken or don't wash your chicken.
Well, I tend not to. But sometimes I do. Like I said, if I don't trust the butchers, I'll wash it. But really, you know, you just everyday chicken, if you're just washing it, there's no point because you're going to cook it. And you're going to cook it over 66 degrees for more than 8 seconds or 6 seconds. You're going to flash it fire. So any bacteria in there is going to disappear anyway. So you're going to be fine. The problem with washing chicken, like I've just washed some plates and bowls, any splatter that you can't see, the splatter goes over. So you've got this washed cup and you've got a splatter of bacteria on there that you can't visibly see, and then you're putting it to your mouth. And that's where people get the problems, you know? It's not actually the chicken itself. There is bacteria there, no two ways about it, but it all gets killed in the cooking process. I don't really, but meat I tend to do, depending if it's on the bone. I'll cut meat. If you get off the road, wash it. If you get it off the road, it's not roadkill. But yeah, I get you.
But finally, the TikTok chicken debate. You don't have to wash it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I tend not to, but a lot of people do. I mean, I've seen people just throw that damn thing in the sink. I've seen them throw it in the sink. I've seen that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They throw it in the sink, and I'm like, God damn. Right, I need to get cracking. So let me just wash this. What was I going to do? The Jira chicken. Yeah, I'm going to need this pot. So I need to wash this pot. I'm just going to wash this pot very, very quickly. While you guys are talking and asking questions. I worked with a lady who said raccoon tasted like roast beef when boiled. I never talked to her again. Oh dear. Raccoon.
If it's yard bird, wash it. I don't wash my chicken either.
Not for me, I don't think. I don't think I'll ready to eat raccoon, but I suppose meat is meat. I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
The debate is still there. You know, some people eat cows and some people eat horses, but some people who eat cows would never dream of eating a horse.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm a dog lover, but there's people around the world that eat dogs. You know, so I couldn't imagine ever eating a dog. You know, but some people out there eat dogs, so what can you do?
Lord, my mom back would wash the thing with soap and water. She said, "What are you?" You're so funny for it. Each their own. That's right.
I think by the time I get to 4 o'clock, all that's going to be left is me sat down eating all the food.
I mean, isn't that an amazing thing?
No.
You make it look so easy.
I think I'll just do a walk and talk and.
Yes.
But let's see, because I've still got time. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to dive in. We'll get the barges done. We'll do the spring rolls after. So I've done this patilla, my pot. That's washed. There's my Indian air fryer. I need a big tray to put it all in. You just put that back. Cheers, darling. That's there.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. You're watching the Yorkshire Indian on Food Talk TV.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Go give him a follow. He is in the UK, and it is just about 2:30. Is it like 2:40 over there in the afternoon, Bobby?
Just touching 2:40.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
So it's 2:40
so
over.
Obviously, I can get a spoon, and
yes.
This is nowhere ready to be
Good
in
morning,
my spring
Kat.
rolls because obviously it's too hot. So I'll just try for flavour.
It looks delicious. The color.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
It's like minced chicken cake.
Oh.
It's tasty. It's fine. It'll do.
It looks wonderful.
Salt's right. Maybe for me a little bit more spice, but like I said, I'm a DJ playing to the audience. So, meaning when you're a good DJ, you don't always play your favorites. You play for the audience as well because they want a boogie, you know. So obviously, I'm looking at the audience that I'm going to, the party that I'm going to. Not everybody will like high spice, you know, heavy spice. They might just want it mild and down, and you can't alter the taste once it's made. So I've made it less spicy. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in with my
So good.
onion barges.
Here comes the onions.
Can you see that moisture glistening now?
Oh, there it is.
A
Yeah.
little bit of moisture there.
Yes.
Could do with another half an hour.
Good morning, Marie.
Right. So when I fry these, I'm going to need the
Kaz
extraction
is here,
on. So,
Bobby. Kaz is here.
Sorry?
He said, when would you like to join on? Kaz.
oh, Kaz,
Our
Kaz,
CEO.
whenever. I thought you were going to come on at 4. So you could come on whenever you like, really. You're more than
Good
welcome.
morning.
I just presumed you were going to come on at the same time. But if Mark and Mindy's ready now, then you can get them on.
Yes.
And, you know, we've got lots of things to cook. We've just done the mince. We're letting that cool down. I've chopped the onions. I put the spices. I'm going to go in with the batter now. We're going to fry the onion barges nice and crispy. So if you want to join in, absolutely. We can get it ready. Cass?
Get it ready.
What's he saying?
He hasn't responded yet. I will let you know when he does. Good
No
morning,
problem. Thank you.
everybody.
So while that's cooling, oh, God, that's a mess, man. What a mess. What a fucking mess, man. I'm just going to put this like that so it
Thank
does
you for
cool
all the
down
likes,
nicely.
everybody. We're at 9.2K. Everybody could tap the screen and share the live. We would love that. Kaz, it is 2:41 in the afternoon for Bobby. It is 2:41 over there. Awesome. 4 o'clock. He said 4 o'clock for you, Bobby. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just crack on. What I'll do is I'll save him a bit and show everybody in between what's going on, what's not going on.
Good morning, everybody. You're watching the Yorkshire Indian right here on Food Talk TV. Make sure you give us a follow. We go live 7 days a week, 2 times a day. We have wonderful recipes on our website. You can see what Bobby is making right on our Food Talk TV website.
So with this flour, sometimes when it's sat, it lumps. So what I'm doing is I'm just using a sieve here just to dust that powder down so it's nice and fine. There's no lumps in there.
And he is
As you can see,
flour that is gluten-free.
this is completely gluten-free because it's not wheat-based flour. It's a vegetable-based flour, which is basically chickpeas, chickpea flour. So which is basically a lentil almost, or a pulse.
Yes.
So the secret with this, I'm adding the flour, is to add not all the flour at one go, just add it bit by bit. And then you mix it, then you know if do I need to add water, do I need to add a bit more flour, etc. You can manage it. So we're just going to go in with a nice mix. Just get that worked out, incorporated into those onions. Because some people, like I said, they make that batter. And what happens is when you make the batter first as well, it releases a lot more water. Also, when you cut it in half, you get less onion and a lot of batter.
Yes.
Like a cake almost, like a scone or a biscuit. And we don't want that. We want to bite in. We want less batter, nice and crispy coating. I will want to be biting into onions straight away. But a lot of these restaurants and whatever, they cheat. They add a lot more of the flour, save on the onions, which, I mean, onions aren't that expensive. So why are you saving on onions, you know?
Right.
And you're charging the money as well. So why not just crack on with it, you know? So some people they just cheat. It margins at everything, profits everything, you know?
Thank you for the gifts, everybody. Thank you for tapping. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for joining. We love our Food Talk TV audience.
We definitely do. This is why we do it. This is why I come back every week. Thank you very much, Food Talk TV. Fucking love it.
Absolutely.
We fucking love it.
Yes, we do. Wow, 11.1K likes. You guys rock. Look at you guys.
Thank
They
you.
love you, Bobby. They love you.
They love me. I love you too, bastards. I fucking love you. I want to all give you all a big hug. Right.
We love Bobby.
This is, look at that. I've added no water to this.
Okay.
And now watch. I'll show you what the trick that I used.
We can't wait to see this trick. You got tricks up your sleeves for days.
Look, can you see?
Ooh, yes. Yes, Birdie.
And when
Birdie,
I fry these are going to be nice, rustic. I'm not going to measure them. They're just going to get thrown in, clumps like this. They're going to get thrown in and they're going to be so tasty. And they'll be crispy. And that's what we want. We don't want to kill this with loads of water and loads of batter. That's just perfect. And this is why I do it a bit at a time, because you do it a bit at a time, you get to where you're near perfection, where you want it.
Okay.
Everybody, what they do is they get a measurement. They don't take into account the temperature of the water, the temperature of the room. So they'll get a recipe. They'll throw those measurements of flour inside. They'll throw the measurement of water inside, not taking into account what the temperature of the water is, temperature of the room. And it doesn't really turn out the way the book says it does.
Yes.
So what my tip is, do it bit by bit. Always bit by bit, bit by bit.
Okay.
You know, general.
Bit by bit.
A gradual increase is better than throwing it all in and hoping for the best, you know? So I'm just going to get my Indian fryer ready. Going to get this on. I'm going to, just because I need to use something, I'm going to get this glove off. Throw this in the bin.
Looks so good. Right, Forge? Forge said it looks so good.
Thank you, Forge.
Looks so
Forge,
good.
it'll all come together. Have I got something? I've had something on my lip. It's the text. It'll all come together, Forge. Don't you worry. It'll all come together. Everybody will be happy.
Yes. Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Especially me, because I'm losing too much weight, so I need to get a little bit fatter. Not that Indian food's fattening, just saying. Yeah. Right. Let me just do this. Sorry, I'm a little bit off camera. I'm just waiting for that oil to heat up.
Bobby is just making sure everything is placed just right for everybody. Off camera.
Off camera.
Looks yummy. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Food Talk TV. You're watching the Yorkshire Indian. And you can find this recipe on our website. If you guys want to make it, go make it.
Yeah, it'll be good. These are really good welcome snacks for everybody, really. They're really, really good. Crowd pleasers. You can never go wrong with these snacks. Trust me. Onion barges, pakoras, spring rolls, things like that. You can never, ever go wrong. People just love them. They're always asking for more. And so I'm just, like I said, I'm just taking a few. There's going to be other food there, so I don't want to kind of drown the other food out. And obviously, I don't want to put anybody's nose out of joint if somebody's done the catering or something, and then I turn up and I'm like, oh, here we go. I don't like to do that. It's just in addition.
Right.
And the person that we're going to the surprise party he's a dear friend of mine. Him and his wife are dear friends. And ironically, they're Martin and Mo as well. They used to manage a pub, which was next door to my restaurant.
Oh,
so obviously that's how we became really good friends, because they were managers there and they used to live above the pub, etc. And it was one of the busiest pubs in Leeds, in the country actually. And so he loved my food. So I just thought, oh, rather than take a card with a bottle of champagne or some
Yeah,
money in an envelope, I'll take him some food.
that's amazing.
You know, they'll love that. A nice little touch
Yeah.
for them, and they'll be like, they'll be happy to see us number one. They're not people that like gifts or want gifts, but it's the thought that counts. And if I'm
Mhm.
making them something, and
Yes.
actually, I remember when he first moved to Leeds, I didn't know he was the manager, and he
Hmm.
came into the restaurant with his wife.
Okay.
And that day, I remember the day clearly, vividly. I was testing a new recipe for a cheese naan. So, and I was working in the restaurant, so I was taking everybody's order, blah blah blah, giving normal service that I do. And when they'd ordered their food, I went over with the cheese naan, cut them out, and said, "Oh, would you like to try these
Mm.
and give me your feedback?" And they just loved it. They went, "Wow, this is great." I went, "Right, okay, I'm going to put it on the menu." So I put it on the menu, and it was a big seller.
Mm-hmm. Allie's frying fish tonight for dinner, for supper.
Mm. That's good. I mean, that's really brave if you're cooking fish from scratch. That's
Mm.
really brave. A lot of people do get scared of making fish at home.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to order more fish when they go out for meals because they kind of trust the take from the chef. Because
Yes.
fish is one of those unforgiving kind of like meats where
Right.
basically fish,
Right.
there's only one way to cook it. You got to get
Mm.
the gradient right. There's no kind of raw, medium, well done, rare. So like steak's more forgiving. If
Mm-hmm.
you're looking for rare and you went to medium, you can still enjoy it. Whereas fish, there's only kind of one way. So people do kind of get scared of fish, not cooking it. I'm going pan fishing
Pan
tomorrow.
fishing. Wow.
Pan
Okay.
fishing. So you're going to go look fish for a pan.
What's everybody hydrating with this morning? What is your hydration of choice?
I've got some BCAAs, branch chain amino acids,
Mm-hmm.
with some water.
Mm-hmm. I'm drinking coffee. Forge is drinking coffee.
I'm going to need a coffee as well.
Mm-hmm.
And while this is heating,
Joe's having some bourbon at 9:52 in the morning. We love Joe.
nice. My kind of guy, Joe. I like it.
Adult
This
lemonade for others.
this
Okay.
is exactly. So what we're doing now, obviously the temperature is just about getting, it's about 160. I use my Indian thermometer. Put the fucking finger in. Don't put finger in the fucking oil. We'll put the finger in. Even with the glove, I can tell it's about 160. So what I'm going to do is, what did I say? I'm going to try a little piece, fry it,
Hi,
and then
Heather.
I'm going to taste it. So
Thanks
I'll
for
just try a
coming.
little, tiny little morsel.
Yes.
I've got it there. I'm going to flatten it with my thumb there and
Mm-hmm.
just throw it in and let that fry gently while the oil is still heating up.
Yes. Yes, Joe. You need to get your thermometer prepared.
Get your fucking finger out. Sheesh, I need to catch up, I guess. Aljo. Aljo. Right. Okay, where's this? I need to wipe this because
Good morning,
I washed
Chloe.
it.
Good morning, everybody.
Would you
Where
like
are
to
we
speak to
going
the
with that?
mic?
Aw, good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Fruity friends, very fruity. I love the fruity friends.
Yes.
Most of my friends are fucking fruity. They're very fruity.
That's okay.
So
We
we're
love
looking for
fruit.
like a golden brown color.
Good morning.
Joe the bull guy. Morning, buddy. Morning, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Good morning. We love Bobby. Bobby is in the UK. So it is almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon on his time. And he is going to a friend's surprise birthday party. So he is bringing over some what we call appetizers. Just waiting to see if Bobby owns actual t-shirts. I know. We need Bobby merch with the finger.
Oh,
Just
we
the
got Bobby
mom.
merch, but I don't really send to USA. I need to work it out. But at the
I
moment,
feel
I put
offended,
the
Bobby.
shipping
We
to
need
USA
Bobby
really
merch.
high
Good morning,
because I don't know.
Sheila.
But I do have a website.
Well, we want merch. I hope there's a thermometer.
Finger. Just use your finger like Birdie does. Not like Birdie, like me, like this. Look. Don't do Birdie finger. Do me
We need
finger.
Bobby merch. We do need Bobby merch. Well, guys, you guys are amazing. 13K likes. We have 58 beautiful people in here on this Saturday morning. Sheila, good morning, sunshine.
Sheila ji, 2269, how you doing?
I want a shirt.
So can you see, this is just a mini version. Can you see? Less batter, more onion. And now all it is, the reason I've done this, just for flavor. See what's going on. Do I need to add anything?
Well, I wasn't, Sheila. I missed you. Good morning.
My God.
Is it good, Bobby?
My God.
Yeah?
It's so tasty.
Oh.
The flavors are just there. The spices are just right. The ajwain, you know, the carom seeds, the cumin seeds are coming out. The salt is just right. The crunch. Perfect. Perfect. So now, just little pieces.
Perfect.
I don't want them too big.
The crunch, Forge said. The crunch.
Crunchy, crunchy, crepsy, crepsy. We're making these crepsy, crepsy. I don't want the heat too much. So this will cool down this heat.
Ooh, that oil's going now, Bobby. Look at that.
It's about 180.
Ooh, it is excited. Bobby got that oil excited.
Getting pocket exciting.
Hi, Kaz. Good morning. Welcome back. Good morning.
So obviously we don't want to overpower the wok, because obviously if you overpower it,
thank you,
it reduces the temperature, and they start, when the temperature is not high enough, they start absorbing the oil rather than frying the oil. So we want them to fry, so we want that crispy coating. What happens is people overcrowd the wok or the oil with too much food. It lowers the temperature, and when you lower the temperature, instead of frying, it starts absorbing. You know, the batter starts absorbing the oil. Then you get that soggy texture at the end. Have you ever fried anything that was soggy? Yeah. And it didn't, and it was just like greasy, and you got the tissue paper, and you tried to kind of like pat it away, and it wouldn't disappear. That's because of the oil temperature.
Good morning,
so
Christina.
We need a constant temperature, but we don't need to crowd the pan.
Don't crowd your pan, guys, okay? Thank you. Thank you for the gift, guys.
So with this, obviously, with this kind of size, I've put, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 8, 9 pieces in there.
Okay.
Which is, I know now, like anything between 8 and 9, I'm okay with. I'll keep going. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer. But this isn't an industrial setting. This is not a commercial kitchen. This is just my home kitchen. Now, if it was commercial, the oil would probably be this size, and I'll be able to put a lot more in and moderate the heat a little bit better. What's that noise, man? Tony was happy it was hot for the grease. It was too hot for the grease.
It was hot for the grease. I know, I was happy. Look at you. Oh, Christina's son is a chef at Morton's Steakhouse. Nice, Christina.
Could do with a nice steak right now, but...
Allie said, Bobby, I'm on my way.
Come on, Ali, hurry up. Hurry up, Ali. What time are you getting here?
She's driving.
Lead chef.
Good morning, everybody. Bobby, Kaz said he's just waiting to hear from Melissa.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine, Kaz. There's no problem at all. You know, I'm being well looked after by Mississippi, Georgia.
Hello, hello. Chris Moore is visiting the UK soon. That's exciting.
Right, what do I
Really
need? I need,
wow. If we could snap and just jump in and jump out, it would be good. They're good? Okay. They're good for food talk. Right? I know, Forge. If we could even at least smell it.
so as you can see, nice golden brown color. We're just going for the golden brown. Cripsy, cripsy. I can't spell it, but I think you say crispy, crispy. But
Crispy,
it's cripsy,
crispy.
cripsy.
Right? Reach. Just reach in. Crispy, crispy. Mmm. Those look so good, Bobby. Nice golden crisp. Yes. And you can hear the crunch too. Hear that crunch. Where's everybody watching from? We have a new group of people in here. I see some new faces. You're hungry now, Christina? Where's everybody watching from? Thank you, Chris. What's on the menu? What's on the menu, chef?
So on the menu today, we have crispy onion bhaji. We're making chicken spring roll, and we're making jeera chicken, which is basically chicken wings, Indian style. All Indian snacks. So these are the onion bhajis that I just made.
Look
Can you
at
see?
those.
Rustic in shape. No two should look the same, but they'll have the same amount of onion in each piece, but no two should look the same. You want the rustic. You don't want that manufactured look, where they're all just perfect. You want that rustic look where they're kind of like imperfections, but cooked to perfection. And I'm just going to let that cool down. I'll cut one and I'll show you the inside. And what did I see? It's cooling down, but can you see the inside? I said it wouldn't be full of batter. You have a bite of onion in each piece. So
how is it? Tell us.
like I said, I had that cash piece and I never added anything else. So it was perfect. So spices are great. The mixture is great. The batter is fine.
It looks so good.
Thin batter. I don't want loads of batter. I want loads of onion. That's perfect. Problem is, I'm getting a little bit emotional now because when I used to make these, my dog would sit here and he'd look up because he loved onion bhajis. So I'd always share the first one with him.
Aww.
And he's no longer with us. So let's go. Let's keep cracking on. I'll keep cracking on with these.
Keep going. Some more. You want to cook next time? Well, listen, if you can cook, you can submit a video to do what Bobby is doing. You just have to visit our website. Go throw it out. www.foodtalktv.com. And you can go and do what Bobby is doing and join the Food Talk TV crew.
You'll do a better job than me.
You heard onions are bad for dogs. I think they are. I think they are. How'd I do, Forge? Was that good?
He was a Cocker Spaniel and he died at 14 and a half years. 14 and a half. The previous Cocker Spaniel, he died at 12 and a half and he was fit as a fiddle. And this one, Neo, 14 and a half years. That's a long journey. And he was the happiest dog, a happy life. So, some people, obviously, this is poisonous, chocolate's poisonous, whatever. You don't let them enjoy as well, sometimes. Yeah. They're just like people. We know what's good for us and what's bad for us, but we still
Birdie said the only dog that ever
certain things. We all know drink's bad for us, but we all have a nice little, glass now and again, don't we?
That's right.
Only dog that's ever chased me is a Cocker Spaniel. How does that work?
How does that work, Birdie? Tell us. Tell
Was it
us.
a tanned one? Those tanned ones, they can be a bit crazy. Bourbon is, but I enjoy the bottle. There you go. There you go. I enjoy the bottle as well. Bottle and a half. So we're just waiting on. I'm going to do these onion barges, and I'm just waiting on, obviously, this to completely cool down, because any heat, it's just going to tear away into the phyllo pastry, and from the inside, it just get really soggy, and then it won't fry. So it needs to be completely cold. So we'll let this cool down. So that's cooling down.
Yes.
And this is the kind of boring part, frying and frying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry a few more. There's only 3-4 more batches to do.
Hello.
And we'll plate these up. Like I said, even with Kaz, when he comes on with Mork and Mindy.
Kaz will be on in an hour with Mork and Mindy. Until then, you're stuck with me, sir.
No, that's fine. But even when he comes on, even if I've got a little bit to do, and I can always recap. And I can always, talk my way through it. That's not going to be a problem. We'll apologise to the 4 o'clock gang who usually normally come in at 4 o'clock. But obviously, the good thing is this is all recorded.
Yeah.
So you can catch this on Food Talk TV. You can catch this on Food Talk TV on YouTube. So you'll be able to see step by step what I've done. And then if you want to mimic it, you can do the volumes and it still work. No problem. We know talk.
I love you guys.
Thank you, Birdie. Appreciate that.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining.
As you know, Birdie, I'm very shy, so it will be a battle for me to explain what I've done, especially when Kaz turns up, because obviously Kaz, he scares me, and he gives me that look. So I get nervous, and so I won't know what to say.
Can't be nervous.
He phones me 1 a.m, calls me a bastard, and hangs up.
Joe the Bull Guy wants to know who's your favorite. Who's your football team?
Football team here, Leeds United. So I was born in a city called Leeds United. So I think hopefully today we'll be promoted, automatic promotion. To the Premiership. You can Google them. They used to be champions in the 70s. But Leeds United is my home team, so they're not a really proliferate like a Man United or a Man City. They're not up there. They've actually been down in the lower leagues.
Joe said, "I know Leeds, West Ham United all the way."
West, God damn, West Ham, man. All right, geezer, you from West Ham, mate? Fucking hell. Supporting West Ham, mate? Fucking hell, you a cockney, mate? No way, mate, geezer. West Ham are the pants, man, the fucking pants. West bloody Ham. No, West Ham are a good team. They've got a good manager at the moment. They've got some good players. They're doing okay-ish. They're up there. They're playing. They're top 6, I think. So they're trying to get European football. So they might get into Europe in the UEFA, not in the Champions League. Only the top 4 qualify for Champions League playoffs. There we go. So just look, just that much left. You saw all the onions that I cut, and then what I'll show you. Let me just. So what I do is I leave it 30 seconds before I actually touch them because they might stick together. You don't want to disturb them too much, so let them fry. Let the oil coat the batter. Once it's a little bit hard, then you can start spreading them around and just move them around. And then we'll let them fry for 2 hours, 2 minutes, and then we flip them. And if I just gently show you those,
look
and that's all the onions that I cut. There's another 8, 9 in there, and there's about another 5 in there. So that's quite a lot of onion barges. Now, if you went to a restaurant, they probably put this, probably bigger than this, but this portion, 3 of those in a portion. You might pay, I don't know any in America, but in England, you might pay anything between £3.50 and £4.50 for a starter. Some places £5 for an onion bhaji, which cost me like 8, 9, 10 onions, cost about a couple of quid. And the spices are there. Add another 50p for the spices and the whole spices. Add another 50p for the gram flour and the coriander and bits and pieces. So you're looking at £5, and I've made about 10 portions.
Okay.
So rather than me going to a caterer and saying, look, would you make me onion bhajis for 30 people? Yeah, we'll charge you £10 a head or £5 a head.
Right.
We're saving money. We're enjoying it. We're in control of the ingredients. We're in control of the flavors. We're in control of the produce because we've freshly sourced the produce, not something that's been sat in somebody's storeroom for God knows how long. We know what's in here. And we're cooking it ourselves, so it pays to cook at home. It really does. It really does.
It
And we all need
does.
to save money.
Cass said that's like a gazillion American dollars, right?
Gazillion American dollars, right?
Gazillion, yes.
I don't know. I don't know what they charge.
Yes.
So obviously, I think the latest is it a pound?
Morning, Sylvia.
£1 is $1.29. Or $1.28. So let's just say $1.30 is every pound. So every £10 is $13. So that's how you can basically do the calculation. So it's not that much. But then you have to take into consideration inflationary measures, cost of living, local produce, etc. I don't know. I mean, all our prices is just going up because we've had a shit crop and we've had shit weather. It's just been raining all the time. And obviously, if it rains all the time, farmers can't produce food. And if they can't produce food, we're going to have a shortfall. And where there's a shortfall, the prices are going to go up because the demand is high. So it's not looking good for us all the way through the summer,
Yes. You guys are watching the Yorkshire Indian, and this is Food Talk TV. We go live 7 days a week, 2 times a day. So make sure your notifications are on. If you go to foodtalktv.com, Jeanette Bush, good morning.
Jeanette Bush in the house.
That our creators have made. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You could see a list of our creators that go live. Tomorrow, May 5th, we have 3 spotlights going on, I believe. Kaz, if you're in here, correct me if I'm wrong. We have Kunchi. We have Mr. Crown Royal. And I believe Food Talk TV, I think. Am I right or am I wrong? Did I do that right?
They are Food Talk TV.
On food. I did it right. I got Birdie's name right. Put me in coach. 20.5K likes. Thanks, guys, for tapping and sharing. 33 shares. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bobby thanks you too for the gifts. They're loving on you, Bobby.
Thank you, bastards. Very fucking kind. Now to step it up now. I need to start stepping the bastard up because
I'm here.
There is my onions done. Look, there's my onions done. Look. This bowl. Just give that a nice little soak. So it doesn't cake.
Good morning, love. Jeanette Bush is here, Bobby.
Oh, we love a bit of bush.
Just the wee bit of bush.
Nothing like a nice bit of bush in the morning. Hi, Jeanette. How you doing? We all love it.
Everybody.
Sorry?
I said good morning, everybody.
Morning. Good morning, Rayfan. Give me a call tonight, please. Oh, Mississippi, yes. Georgia, give me a call.
Yes, ring, ring. I will, when I get off of here, I will actually text you so that you have my number. You could call me.
Call me, maybe.
Call me, baby. Yep, ring, ring. Good morning, Donna. How are you, love? Long time no see. Long time no see. Yes, everybody call me. Call me, call me. We need to get you set up, Allie. Yes. Have a good day, Sylvia.
Just back in 2 seconds. Anybody got any questions? Pile them on. I'm just going to go to the
Okay. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Saturday morning? We have 20.8K likes. We have 33 shares. Just tap that screen for me and just share the live out to your first 5. You are watching Food Talk TV. You're watching Chef Yorkshire Indian. His name is Bobby. You can follow him right here on TikTok. We Go Food Talk TV goes live twice a day, 7 days a week. So hit that little bell, set your notifications. If you love to cook, we would love to have you. You visit www.foodtalktv.com and you could put in a short video to do what Bobby is doing right here on Food Talk TV.
Joe, I've got to eat them. I mean, they're just moreish. This is why when I go to parties, you know, when I go to parties, Joe, I just tend to drink and not eat. And why are you not eating? Because I've been fucking eating all day.
You're going to bake today? Okay, Chris. Chris is going to bake today. What are you baking today, Chris? Tell us about it. Hopefully muffins. Have some muffins.
Chris, what you baking, ma'am? Get on Food Talk TV with that bacon.
Yes, and Joe is going to cook today. Joe the Bull, he wants to cook. He's going to go cook on his live. I love those pins. I want one.
All right.
Oreo volcano cakes. Mmm. You just made banana nut muffins, Forge. Look at all you guys go. Lava cakes. Nice. You're making scallion pancakes. Mmm. Yummy. What's everybody making today? I know Allie is making fried fish. Joe's making scallion pancakes. Chris is going to make some Oreo lava cakes. And Forge just made banana nut muffins. All I did was make my kids breakfast and myself a cup of coffee.
So what I've done is I've just got, I don't know, you guys call this jiffy cloth. I've just dampened it.
Okay.
And for the phyllo pastry, you need to cover it with a damp cloth because the exposure to the air, once you open that packet, the exposure starts drying it out really, really quickly. And then when you do fry it, it gets too flaky. And we don't want it too flaky. So what you do is you keep it not necessarily moist, but just covered in a damp cloth.
Yes.
And that works really well. So these spring rolls we're going to fry as well. So I'm going to switch that oil off because obviously I have to prep all these spring rolls now. It won't take too long. Do I have another tray?
Moist is good. Moist is very good. It's raining there.
Switch that off. And then what I'm going to do is spoon. Excuse me. Water.
Water. Everybody go hydrate. What is everybody drinking this morning? I'm drinking my coffee. So cheers. Everybody take a break and hydrate. Because last night was Friday night and some of you need some hydration. Coffee.
Oh my God.
All the way.
I did today.
Coffee, your coffee and muffins. Forge, I wanted to talk to you about one of your trees. I want to get my daughter a tree. You haven't gotten out of bed yet, Jeanette? Bobby, Jeanette is still in bed. She doesn't want to get out.
Jeanette, man, what you doing?
Everybody's good, Donna. On my
Who's doing it? Is Jeanette looking for the tree?
Jeanette is still, no, I'm looking for the tree from Forged, and Jeanette is still in bed. You too, Chris? You guys are just enjoying your Saturday. We are loving it that you are watching us from your bed. We love it. You're in the shower, getting ready for work. Love it. Love that. Right? You need to get up, Jeanette. It's Saturday.
Right, should we start off? Look at this.
You wish you could still be in bed? Maybe a little later you could go back to the bed.
So there's my phyllo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the damp cloth. And then what we do is we just keep it covered. And then what I'll do is I'll get the other camera.
It's 3:20 where Bobby is, right, Bobby? It's 3:20 in the afternoon by you, where you are?
3:20, exactly. Yeah, well done.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly 3:20.
No one woke you up? Sometimes it's a good thing that no one woke you up because you need rest as well. The kids woke you up. My
Can you
children.
see that?
Yes.
So what I'll do is I won't be able to see the screen, but if you'd like to just read out all the comments.
Of course.
Can you see that? You can see that okay,
Yes,
yeah.
you can. It's a good angle,
Yeah.
Bobby. Looks very
Right,
good.
okay,
Yep.
brilliant. Let me get rid of this oil, just for now. Actually, no, I'll just move this on your barges. I'll move this over here. And then, that's the problem.
Want to borrow mine? I'll take them. Bring them to me. I'll take them.
Work.
You need to make sure that it helps with the moist texture.
Right, you can see this.
Send all the kids over. Yes. You have them covered a little damp, right?
So you remember this? The chicken mince. So I've got the chicken mince there with the peas. So what I need to do is I need to fill these. So we're going to fill these really, really quickly. So you be careful with, you'll see this very, very paper thin phyllo pastry. As you can see, and then quickly we just cover that again, so it doesn't get too dry. I'll just put that to the edge. There is my phyllo. So all we're going to do is we'll get a spoon of the cooled down
mixture. Yeah.
We're just going to make a little sausage shape there. We don't want to overfill it because these are small, and I want to make quite a few. So we don't want to overfill it. And all you do is from there, one roll, and then just tuck everything in. Okay. And then while you've tucked it all in, so there's no air pockets, it's all mince basically. And then we give that a slight little spin. And as you spin it, we're squeezing gently.
Okay. Tuck and roll, Forge said. Tuck and roll.
And then here we go. One, fold in. Roll that, and another fold in. Roll that, and then you've got a nice solid, nice shape, not floppy piece. And then all you use this triangular part. I've got some water here in a bowl with a finger. You just run some water, and then just finish it, keeping it in shape.
Okay.
And there we have it.
Wow, look at those.
You don't need any glue, and it stays like that in shape. So we'll just put one there.
Are we making
nice and easy.
lumpia? What are we making, chef?
What somebody say something?
Yeah.
We're making these are keema. Basically they're like samosa, but the keema spring rolls. So keema means mince. Now what this keema is, this is chicken keema. So obviously I made this in front of everybody, didn't I? I made this in front of everybody, didn't I, early on, from scratch?
Ooh, look at that, guy.
Yeah, I made that early on in front of everybody, didn't I? So this is minced chicken with spices, and I cooked it all off like a curry, and we made it really dry. We took all the moisture out. We added some peas, some cilantro, some spices, etc. So now we know the volumes that we need to go in. We were letting this, the reason we didn't do this straight away because the mince had to cool down.
Yes.
So we had to let it cool down. So same again, we're just going to go work a little bit faster now. So I showed you the slow version. So obviously time is of the essence. So we're just going to make this a little bit faster because obviously I need to fry them as well.
Jeanette Bush said, looks yummy. Kaz said, funny shaped samosas.
Funny shaped samosas. Very similar to samosas. You can make samosas with phyllo pastry as well.
Oh, perfect.
Diddy Bandy. What is this? That's hot. And
Ford said, I'm so impressed how perfect that was. Perfect roll.
And look, uniform as well.
We love a good uniform.
So one was faster, one was slower. So I like to show slow because obviously Kaz was watching. So we need to slow things down. It's getting a bit old. Attention span's not there. He's got 10-second cooking school. 10-second cooking, buddy.
Cooking
attention span.
Yes.
Hey, Kaz.
It wasn't floppy. Nope. But Bobby, you make it look so easy, right?
Thank you.
Mine would be lopsided. Tuck and roll. Then we put some water on the edges, and then he's going to seal that up. Perfect little spring roll. Look at that.
So now we know what's going on. I'm just going to put this here so you can obviously then see a little bit in action. I'll just keep rolling them, and then obviously any questions that arise, please feel free.
Yes, I will shout out any questions. Any questions?
Please, anybody got any questions? Please feel free.
Yes, we love questions.
Don't be shy.
We love, love, love our questions.
People kind of think, well, what do I have to be clever with a question? No, there's no such thing as a clever question or a stupid question, you know. Questions are questions. No such thing as a silly question, just ask it.
How many are you making? Kaz would like to know.
In the packet, there's 40. So obviously I've not made them for a while, so I did 1.5 kilo of mince. There's 1.5 kilo of mince that I made, that I cooked. Obviously I've loaded them with a little few peas, etc. So I've got a pack of 40 here, and then I've got another pack which I defrosted of 40. So what we'll do is we'll just keep going, and I'll know at the end if all these are done. We've definitely done 40. I mean 30 would be the magic number. If we can get to 40, happy days, but if there's more than 40, they'll be fine. But the way things are going...
Tap that screen, guys. Tap that screen.
It looks quite a few, but when I start frying them, they don't take that long. I mean, what I can do is I can build them and fry them, or I might get an assistant in. I might get my wife in to start frying them nice and gently.
Oh, is she home? Is the missus home?
Yeah, she's been out. She went with a friend to the gym today, so we kind of crossed paths.
Ah.
In the jacuzzi, because I went for the session in the morning.
You went? Okay.
So we kind of crossed paths when I'd finished. They were in the jacuzzi.
All morning.
And then we met again in the room, and literally they went shopping after that. They didn't take me. I came home. I had shit to do. But yeah, so happy days. I'm just going to see if she was free, actually.
It is 3:30 in the UK on Bobby's time. It is 10:30 for me. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, and in a half an hour, our wonderful CEO Kaz is going to come up. I'm going to drop out, and we are bringing up 2 new members of Food Talk TV, Mark and Melissa. They just joined, and they're going to come on up and say hi. 9:30 for you. Half an hour. Melissa and Mark. What did he do with the onions? What did you do with the onions? Daisy Dogs would like to know.
Oh, is somebody returning there?
I believe they just came in. They're returning, yes, and they came back.
Right,
They
I'm going to
missed
show
the
you now.
onions.
I'm going to show you now.
If you guys missed a part of the live today, you can go to our YouTube and I believe our Facebook page
Nice
as
shout.
well.
Yeah. Nice shout.
You can rewatch this whole entire live. And you can find the recipe and other recipes and all of our wonderful creators who go live on Food Talk TV over at www.foodtalktv.com.
So what I
Here
did
are
with
the
the onions,
onions.
I made some onion barges.
Mmm, yummy.
Nice rustic. Same amount of onion, but all different shapes and sizes. So I made some onion barges out of them. So happy days.
What is the filling made of for the onions?
For the onions, well, I sliced the onions. I added some salt get the moisture out. I added some cumin seeds, some carom seeds. Then I went in with some garam masala, some turmeric, some coriander powder, some fresh coriander, a little bit of cumin powder, and then some Kashmiri chili powder. Give it a nice mix and let it stand for a while so all that moisture came out. And then I added gram flour, which is besan. Besan is a gluten-free flour. It's from chickpeas, roasted chickpeas, and then grind it down to make a flour. Quite a versatile flour, actually. We use it a lot in Punjab,
The
in
onions.
India.
Well, now he'll repeat the. And what are you filling the spring rolls with? What's going to be inside?
Here is the chicken mince. I made a chicken keema. Keema means mince, like a mince curry. I made a chicken keema with peas, so you can actually have that with chapatis or rice. You know, that's a bona fide curry. But the reason I've made it dry, because I'm going to fill it into the phyllo pastry, and we want it to be dry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, if it's too, like, wet or too moist, then it's not really going to work. I said, do you want to fill these? Yeah. Just these. You sure?
Chris brought it up. LOL.
One.
Good in the. Well, thank you guys. And there she is, the beautiful Mrs. Yorkshire Indian.
Hello.
Good morning. Well, good afternoon for you guys, but good morning for everybody over here.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Did you have a good day so far?
Yeah, it's been lovely. I met a friend, so it was nice to catch up.
That's good.
Catch up and talk about girly things.
I know. Do something for ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And you guys have a nice party to go to.
Yeah.
Where do you want to do it? Do you want to do me?
Freshened up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do them wherever.
Hey?
Wherever.
Do you want to keep talking? Just do here.
Okay.
So my missus is just going to take over for 5 minutes.
Yes.
And then I'm going to start frying. So I'm going to leave the mic here so she can hear you. She knows what she's doing.
Yes,
She can do the same side. Just tell her spoon and a half, and I'll be back. I'll be back in literally 5 minutes.
Okay.
And if Kaz comes, just tell her to give me a shout. Yes, Anna? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll just quickly start frying them.
Okay. Now we have the Mrs. Yorkshire Indian on screen, and she is doing the spring rolls. She is stuffing it with ground chicken and some peas and amazing spices. Too many that I could remember. So if you go to foodtalktv.com, the recipe will be there. Pickle juice. Oh, Mallory, Chris, cover your earmuffs for a second. I saw a TikToker do Sprite lemonade with a splash of pickle juice and a pickle spear in it at Sonic. I saw that. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the Thanks for the likes. We are at 23.9K and 53 beautiful humans in here this morning. You're watching Mrs. Yorkshire Indian and Yorkshire Indian on Food Talk TV. They are over in the UK. So it is 3:34 in the afternoon their time, and they are prepping some hors d'oeuvres to bring to a surprise party. And in just under 30 minutes, our CEO Kaz will be joining us, and our 2 new members of Food Talk TV, Mark and Melissa. You'll bring the pickle whiskey next weekend? Okay. Sounds good. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Welcome back, Bobby.
Thank you. I'm just getting some containers, you know, to put these on the embargoes in. So we're going to go in with the fryer now. So what I'll do is, while we've got help with rolling, so what I'll do is...
North Texas BBQ Addict. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Put some paper on this. So.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're coming from. I'm going to multitask so I can fix my son's car. I need the screw and the screwdriver. Good morning, everybody. Morton Lindsay. Well, Kaz came in and actually gave us their name, so it is Mark and Melissa. We were calling them Mark and Mindy.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Did I miss any questions?
No questions. No questions. Good everything, everyone. Yes, Jeanette. Yes. Good morning. Nope. Anybody have any questions? We love questions. We love questions.
Onion badges. So what I do is, see this is what we call in England scraps. Some people call them bits.
I'll turn that more. The onions look great. Yes, they do. Yes,
they're so crispy.
They do.
They're so crispy and nice. Oh, what's it?
Yum. Yes. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yes.
I accidentally pushed my wife's hand. She's not happy.
Man down. Man down.
So what time are we on? We're on past. So yeah, that's great. So we start frying these. And what I'll do is then I'll start the chicken. And then, I mean, there's lots to make. We've got loads of phyllo, loads of chicken. I'm glad I've got some help.
Yes. You got wonderful help.
I'll charge him later.
Wonderful, beautiful help you have there.
I'll show you how to do it. So do it triangular. Like that. Find this quadrant.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. You're watching the Yorkshire Indian on Food Talk TV. We go live twice a day, 7 days a week. You can see all of our beautiful creators and when they go live over at foodtalktv.com. If you would like to do what Bobby is doing, you can submit a short video over on our website and join our team. And in just about 20 minutes, 2 new team members are coming in to join Bobby on the live with our wonderful CEO Kaz. Mark and Melissa are our new wonderful people that are going to be coming and cooking with us. And if you are on Shop Partners, we are teaming up with Food Talk TV, and we are going live and doing a little
cooking lessons going on here as well. I mean, not everybody. My wife's a very, very good cook, but doesn't make everything. So sometimes the skills or whatever have to be kind of like shown. She doesn't really like advice from me.
Yeah.
Although she knows my advice is very good, but because of the relationship we have, she thinks anything that comes out of my mouth is full of shit. So, but sometimes she has to concede.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. One, and then just roll that. Yeah, just keep squeezing it. Yes, perfect. Right, let's get one of these, see what the oil is.
She's rolling them fast. Look at her go. Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. We're getting them done. Tuck and roll, like Forge said. Tuck and roll.
Finger. Finger.
Temperature?
We don't want this as high as the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test one.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
there's that bubbles. Mm-hmm. And we don't want to overcrowd the pan with these either, right, Bobby?
No, we don't. I mean, like I said, these are. Don't forget, the mince is going to be cooked.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not actually cooking the mince. What we're going for here is we're just going to fry the phyllo. So we want that crispy coating. So the phyllo will change colour anyway to like a light golden brown, and that's the colour we're after. So the ultimate thing is nothing's raw inside because we cook the mince fully and we allowed it to cool down. So what we're looking is an equal amount of coating on both sides. So we'll let that fry. But yeah, you're totally right. We don't want to overcrowd because it'll still do the same thing. When you overcrowd, it decreases the temperature rapidly. And you don't want soggy, you want crispy. So you want it to fry, otherwise there's no point. It'd be like putting something in tepid oil and allowing it to fry. It won't fry, it'll just start absorbing all the oil and it becomes really greasy and oily. Yeah, we're using oil, people think it's unhealthy cooking, etc. But if you do it at a higher temperature, it doesn't absorb any of the oil or too much of the oil, so you're okay. I mean, you could make these in the oven, but you'd still need to spray it with a little bit of light oil. You know, the oil sprays that people use, canola oil or olive oil or
avocado oil.
avocado oil.
Yeah.
Oil of your choice, and then you can do that and put it in the oven, or you can actually make them in the air fryer as well. Because, like I said, the mince is already cooked. We're just trying to cook up the phyllo pastry. Thank you, Trini. How you doing?
Yes, Trini. Well said, Bobby. Yes. Tap the screen, guys. Share the live out. In just about 15 minutes, we're going to have 2 new chefs coming up joining Bobby with our wonderful CEO.
Wow. Go, dude.
Joe only uses olive oil. Queen of oils.
Joe the Bull Guy, also known as ground and pound. I think you call it ground beef or ground chicken.
Yes.
Here in England, we call it minced. And in India, obviously, we call it keema. Keema, keema. Keema means mince.
Keema.
So you might have a keema masala, which is a mince masala, chicken masala, lamb masala, keema masala. You will see, if you see any Indian restaurant that says the word keema, you know it's ground. But then you'd have to ask the question, what ground? Is it ground lamb? Is it ground beef? Is it ground? So this dish you can make with lamb, you can make with beef. I chose chicken, but you can also make it with any meat in the same way. Or you can substitute it, if somebody's vegetarian, substitute it with vegetarian, like soya, paneer, which is an Indian curd cheese.
Okay.
Like potatoes, peas in there. You know, and obviously parboil it or cook it off as a curry like I did. Once it's cooked, you allow it to cool, then we can fill it. And this is helping now because obviously with Sadhna, who's doing the filling of the spring rolls, and I'm frying, it takes time. It kind of makes the process a little bit quicker now. So let's show you.
What a team you guys are. What a team.
It's a good team. I think we should do more of it.
Amazing team. Amazing.
We're going to get it to a stage where I have a chair. And then when I do my lives, my wife will just take over. I'll do the talking and she can do the cooking. What do you mean you don't think so. It's a
Yeah.
idea, pal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just let that cool down slightly.
Andrea. Good morning, Andrea. Gluten-free mama. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the 25K likes. Thank you for the shares. We could keep tapping and sharing. In just about 15 minutes, Melissa and Mark will be joining us with our wonderful CEO Kaz. Chef Bobby is still staying live and finishing up. He's preparing food for a friend's surprise birthday party. Some little appetizers, we call them. 30, it wasn't, Andrea. Good morning to you too, Andrea. Good morning.
So here's one there.
Mm-hmm.
Crispy. Yeah, I'm just going to cut one.
Mmm.
Nice and
Crispy. Crispy. Good morning, everybody. Ooh, that looks so good. So good. Gluten-free mama would like to know, what are you making?
My God.
Bobby, and gluten-free mama asks, what are you making?
Hi, gluten-free. Gluten-free. Here we're making spring rolls, chicken keema, minced spring rolls, and we made some onion bhajis early on, and then we've still got some sauce to make that goes with the starters, and then we're going to make some jeera chicken, which is the chicken wings. I think Kaz, one of Kaz's favourites. I think Kaz has tried to make this, or he has made this as well, the jeera chicken. So it'll be nice for him to recap and have another look at how it's done. That won't take too long, take about 40 minutes. So we're just going to keep filling these, frying these, getting them done, getting them sorted. Like I said, this
good morning. Welcome in.
These we don't have to reheat. We can serve these cold. All these are going to be cold served.
Good morning.
If I was in a restaurant, I would serve these hot.
Good morning, everybody.
We serve these nice and hot.
Jeanette Bush said, you know that's good. Great crunch. Heard all that crunch.
Listen.
Yes. Yes. Everybody tap the screen. Thank you for the 25K likes and the shares. If everybody could tap and share it out, we would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Yes, the crunch, right?
I know a lot of people have been here from minute one since I joined.
Yes.
And came on early, and everyone was like, God damn, what's going on, man?
Thanks for the shares, guys. Good morning, everybody who's joining. You're watching the Yorkshire Indian on TikTok. You can go give him a follow. And the Mrs. Yorkshire Indian. Yeah. Great team that we have. You're watching Food Talk TV. We have chefs that go live twice a day, 7 days a week. Looks so good. In just 10 minutes, Bobby, we're going to have Kaz and Mike and Melissa come. 10 minutes. Looks good. Look at you two. What a team. What a team.
She's fast.
You guys are an amazing team. I love watching you guys together. Mark and Melissa will be joining us with our CEO Kaz in just about 10 minutes. Welcome back, Joe, AI Joe. Welcome in, everybody. See a lot of people coming in from all your shares. Thank you.
So, how many do you think they'll do? There's still quite a lot. How many left?
Good morning.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming in from the shares. Good morning. Kaz, would you like to come in or are you waiting 10 more minutes?
20 feet, 25, just that one.
Would you like to come in, Kaz?
So, there's only...
Tap, tap, tappy, 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 tippity, tappity, tippity, tappity, that screen, tappity, tappity.
Happy bastard! You got nothing better to do. Get your fucking fingers and thumbs and go like this. Do it! Joe the bull, put your fucking glasses down and tap the screen. What you doing?
Even I'm doing it. He has me doing it. I'm tapping away. Can't break a nail. Need to put on my face. Okay, Kaz, you go put on your face. I've been manning the fort 2 hours. Almost hit cancel the live.
Come on, Trini, tappy, no fucking laughing here. This is not laughing matter. This is fucking tappy matter.
Come on, guys. 40 people, 40 shares. We're almost...
Lots of people watching. Georgie,
almost at 30K likes. Come on, I want to see 50K. We have 9 minutes, guys, until Mark and Melissa, 2 new creators that have joined Food Talk, are going to join Bobby, Yorkshire Indian, and Mrs. Yorkshire Indian in 9 minutes. 9 minutes to get to 50K. Can we do it? Let's go. Come on. Tap, tap, tap. Let's go. Tap and share. Tap and share. I want broken fingers, chipped nail polish. I want to see it all. Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Tap. Tap. Oh, I see Trina tapping. Come on. Come on. Show these guys some love. AI Joe is tapping. Jeanette Bush is tapping. Welcome in. Welcome in. Christopher Weber's tapping. Come on, guys. We can do it. We can do it. Let's go. Share it out. Share it out. Welcome in. Good morning. Good afternoon. It is 3:52 p.m. over in the UK with Mr. and Mrs. Yorkshire Indian. It is 10:52 for me in the morning. What time is it for everybody? Where are we from? What time is it? What are we hydrating with? Ooh, right on.
Thank you very much.
Come on, we're at 30K. Let's go. Almost at 30K. 10:52 for King. Good morning. New Jersey. Okay.
1,000.
New Jersey is in the house. The UK is in the house. Nice. Michigan. What time is it in France, Jeanette Bush?
I got to cut it.
I'll just continue with these.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. We welcome you and thanks for joining us. Ford, how was that banana nut muffin that you made? How was it? 7 minutes, guys, 7 minutes till Mark and Melissa join us. 2 new creators that are joining Food Talk TV. They will be here with our wonderful CEO, Kaz. It's 4:52 in France. Wow, Jeanette. Did you have to find the clock?
Jeanette? No, Jeanette's in America.
She's in France.
Oh, she in France?
Yeah, she's watching you from France.
Jeanette, bonjour. Ça va? Ça va, Jeanette?
Come on, guys. Let's go. Tap and share.
You got it here.
No, I had to wake Siri.
Whereabouts in France are you, Jeanette?
You could be from Belize. You can. You can. You absolutely can. I think I'm going to pick Amsterdam for some reason.
Amsterdam's nice.
Yeah. I'm Italian, but I think I'm gonna pick Amsterdam.
Whereabouts in Italy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's what we're doing.
Where in Italy are you from?
Hmm?
Where in Italy are you from?
Calabrese.
Calabrese.
Calabrese. And I cook all the time. And my favorite food is Indian food. I cook Italian food all the time, but I love Indian food. It is my guilty
What's your
pleasure.
favorite?
Japanese and Italian.
Italian. We love Italian food. We always cook Italian food.
We could swap. I'll send you guys some homemade Italian food. You could send me some homemade Indian food.
Definitely.
See, we've been to Italy. We went to a place called Fasano, which is south of Bari. It's just on the heel, just at the heel of Italy. And we had a proper Godfather kind of family experience holiday, you know, during the millennium.
Yeah.
Italian, and we stayed with the family. Well, we stayed separately, but we spent most of the time with his family over New Year's. It was amazing. They all have houses on the hills, houses down the hill on the town, and houses on the hills. Amazing. Food amazing, company amazing, people are amazing.
Yeah.
Who's here? Now. Just I'll open it for you. Oh, it was absolutely amazing.
Are you preparing for a party? Bello Bops wants to know.
Are we what?
Preparing for a party.
Yes, that's right. It's party food. That's why I put party snacks. Obviously, party appetizers. All of it's going to be finger food. I'm not doing a party. It's just I'm going to a surprise party, and I just thought rather than gifts or money, I'll just make some appetizers. Yeah. Obviously, they've already got a spread. What we call it in England as a spread for the table of separate appetizers. What I'm doing is I'm just adding to that spread. You know, so just a few like these choice starters. I mean, I could have cooked anything, but I only decided today when I bought the stuff to say like, this is what I want.
Right, me too. Trini says I take food over a gift anyway.
I decide in the shop and see what I like, and then I cook from there. I do it the other way around rather than say, right, here's my wish list, and then you go and you don't find what you want. It's not as good quality, then you have to change your mind. So I like to be inspired with what I see, and then I make my mind up there. Especially for parties, party food.
Trini said she would take food over a gift anyway. And Joe the Bull said he likes a good spread. We all like a good spread. Who doesn't like a good little pickings here and there? Yeah.
Well, this is going to enhance. I mean, the guy whose party it is, his daughter's arranging it all. And I mentioned last week that I'll bring some food, and she went, that'll be amazing. And then she messaged me and said, oh, what are you thinking of doing? Because we're getting our spread ready. And we don't want to duplicate. I said, trust me, you won't be able to duplicate, what I'm doing. But I said, to be honest, I just explained exactly what I explained to you. I haven't even decided what I'm doing. I won't decide until the day. So I know it sounds like a bad excuse, but it's not an excuse. It's just facts. I didn't decide until today. I went, right, I'll make this. And now time's of the essence, but we'll get it done. I've just got some sauce to do. You
guys are getting it done. You guys are an amazing team.
I've got a sous chef here, so she can grate my cucumber.
Yes.
Because I need to make chutney. I'll make a big bowl of chutney. Just keep it nicely covered.
Wonderful. Edible arrangements over flowers on any holiday. Yes, Forged. Yes.
Abusing me on live TV. This is food on TV. Yeah. They don't deal with abuse well.
Philip Bob says, don't forget the glassy.
Well, it's a pub. It's going to be in a pub. So the actual pub that I used to manage, that's where it's going to be. Right down the road from my restaurant.
Taz wants to know, why is her name Sue now?
He's always changing my name.
Good one.
Perfect, Bella Pops. That's perfect. Guys, in just 1 minute, our new Food Talk TV creators will be joining us, Mark and Melissa, along with our amazing CEO, Kaz. Look at those spring rolls. Chef, tell us what's inside of those spring rolls for our new viewers that are joining us.
Chicken, you call ground chicken with peas. We made a curry out of it, spice curry. Then I dried it, took all the moisture out. Then we allowed it to cool down. They had some nice little flavors. A few whole spices, nothing major. Some cumin seeds. We put some coriander in there, some ginger garlic in there, some haldi, which is turmeric, some garam masala, some cumin powder, coriander powder, and we put some methi in there, which is fenugreek. And we're rolling them in phyllo pastry, so they're all kind of uniform, filled up nice, and they're completely cylindrical or circle.
Looks amazing. Fenugreek, yes. Fenugreek.
They're totally circular.
Yes. Beautiful shape. Beautiful. Chef Benny, welcome. Welcome. Ask Bobby to restart and I'll come in. Bobby?
Who's this? Ask Bobby to
Kaz.
restart. Restart what?
Yep.
Restart the live. Why can't you just come in on as a guest? All right, okay, I'll restart.
Okay.
Thank you. Listen, thank you for your help.
Have a
definitely
wonderful
look for you on
day.
the live.
Enjoy. Thank you for having me for the last 2 hours in your box. Mrs. Chef Yorkshire, love your face. Love you guys. Happy Saturday. Have fun.
You're welcome. You're welcome in my box any time of the week. So thank you very much. Cheers, guys. I'm just going to cut this off and I'm going to start it again. Thank you. Done. Yeah? Well, I'll just wait till you do it and then we'll fry them off. Hello, welcome, Food Talk TV! We're waiting for Kaz to join in. Anybody else joined? Nobody's joined yet. Don't worry about it, we'll get there. I need to move, yeah, all the bags are there. I'll put them on the other table. Join Trini Hinch, join Kaz. Kaz Doodoo, your royal doodness. Royal dude. I need an onion, don't I? One onion. I don't need that basin. We can start putting that crap away, can't we? Put the onions there for now. Hey dude, what's wrong with the reception, man? One left. Are you gonna put? Can we freeze that out? Just put it in foil or cling? Yeah. You know the rest of the phyllo. Or do you want to leave it in the paper?
No, I put it in a bag.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a big, thick one.
Thanks very much. Very kind. Right, I need that pot. The pot's there, so I'll quickly just do the chicken. Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening with Kaz. I've invited him. He doesn't seem to be on. Melissa is on. Hello Melissa, welcome. Can you hear me?
Hey Bobby, hi, welcome. Thank you for welcoming me.
Oh, you are very welcome. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the Food Talk TV family.
Oh, thank you so much. Mark and I are so honored to be here. Let me grab this light. Turn that
Hey
off.
Bobby, how are you? Nice to meet you and your wife.
How are you doing? Okay? So yeah, my apologies. We're doing like a back to front live today. So what I did was I usually start now, which is 4 o'clock in my time, GMT. Your time will be, is it 11 o'clock there now?
Yes.
Yes, no, it's
10
10
o'clock.
It's 10:03 here Central Standard Time in Texas.
10:03, okay. So 10:03. So basically, I usually start now, but what I did was I started 2 hours ago. Let me just invite Kaz again. Excuse me. So I started about 2 hours ago because I had lots of prep to do.
I remember you saying that in the last show, that you were cooking for a party and you're going to have a lot. Hey, Kaz!
That's right. That's what we're doing.
Hey, Kaz.
While all this cools down. So I'm going to walk and talk you through all the food as well eventually. But these are the spring rolls. These are chicken-filled spring rolls that I just made.
Ooh,
Quite a lot of those. And then I made some rustic onion bhajis, the bhajias, nice and golden brown and crispy.
Wow.
So I did that from scratch. Everything's made from scratch. And then now, what I'm going to do is from scratch, I'm going to make, I think one of Kaz's favourites. I'm going to make some jeera chicken. Jeera means cumin. So we're going to make this with whole cumin. If there's any noise in the background, my wife's washing up. So I needed to call, say hello to Sadhna. This is my Mrs. Sadhna.
Hello.
I thought her name was
Hello, Mrs.
But because I'm running out of time, because we need to, after the live, we need to leave like 5:15, right, and shoot into Leeds. So I just needed some little bit of help just to get those spring rolls out with the volumes.
Hi, Diane.
Bobby.
Hi, Tessie.
Bobby.
Hello, Kaz.
Yeah.
Kaz?
So I'm confused. You said she was Sue before. What's up? What's up with that?
Cass. Hey, King.
Good one.
I'm guessing they have sous chefs in America. So I called her sous chef, and Kaz says, "Why have you changed her name to Sue?"
So everybody, this is Mark and Melissa. Their show is The Spice is Right. When are you guys going to be coming on?
We're going to be on Monday nights, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. As soon as we get through with our training, we're going to be on it Monday nights at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we look forward to everybody coming in and enjoying.
All right, because we look forward to having you. We're very excited. We're very excited to have you guys.
We're very honored. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And
It's always exciting to get new people, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobby.
Wish you all the luck. Any help we can give, any advice, just give us a shout. So how long are you guys mainly on TikTok or your different social media platforms?
Right now, we're pretty much just on TikTok. Pretty new to us, being live and stuff. We're huge foodies. Just absolutely love cooking, and it just became very comfortable for us. And so we were really excited when Kaz reached out to us.
Brilliant. So what kind of food do you, is it kind of general food or is it specific?
It is pretty, I would consider it general, kind of like Southern food. Like I do a lot of Tex-Mex. I also do some Indian cooking because that's my absolute favorite cuisine. And I try to also just teach other people. Like I love the Food Talk TV 10-second cooking school. I've got some great ideas for that plan, and I just like to instruct other people.
So Shannon and Dustin are in the house. Hi there.
Good morning, everybody. I consider her food delicious.
Oh, thank you. Good answer.
So they're going to be on Mondays, guys. I said we're excited to have them. I want to tell you guys that the normal way to get into Food Talk TV is to submit a video. We actually went after Mark and Melissa. So they didn't do that. They already have a very successful show going on, as well as Dustin and Shannon, who are the Oregon Family Cooking. And we actually went after them. So normally there's an audition process. No, we really wanted these guys.
We appreciate that.
Oh my
for
gosh,
the nice
I'm so
words, Cass.
honored.
Yeah, we're honored. And it's
So-
a pleasure to join the network.
Right.
So I can't wait to
Okay,
catch
so-
you on your lives, but obviously with me being where I am in the UK, obviously I don't always catch everybody's lives. So, I mean, I think most of the creators don't take it personal. It's just that I'm sleeping.
We all
So,
do that.
with the time difference. But I try my best to kind of like chip in.
Thanks, Todd. Thank you. They all, and Steph, and Shannon and Dustin are too. This is a great network. We're just honored to be here. Thank you guys for coming over and checking it out. Some of the
Yes.
people in here follow both Shannon, Dustin, and ourselves. We reached out and said, hey, y'all come on in. This is an exciting time for us. So we're so excited y'all showed up.
Yeah, we appreciate the support and all the comments. We thank y'all very much.
Also,
Brilliant.
after
No, that's always exciting to get new, and obviously it's not to be taken lightly. If Kaz has searched you out and scoped you out, there's something definitely interesting about you. That's for sure. So it's going to be exciting to watch and take part and enjoy and see some of your videos as well. So you'll have to give everybody your handle. What's your handle on TikTok? How do we find you? How can people follow you? What you do, as opposed to just on Food Talk TV?
It's Melissa Murd is what our TikTok handle is. And then on Monday nights at 6 o'clock and a couple of weeks after our training, it'll be The Spice is Right at Monday nights at 6 o'clock on Food Talk TV.
Nice, brilliant. Kaz?
We
Also-
sure all
also-
that.
So we also have other people in the pipeline. We're currently talking to a young lady named Trini, who we hope is going to work out. She hasn't had her second interview, but we're very excited about her as well.
Oh, awesome. I love Trini. Love her.
Yes.
Hi, Maria. Hi, Montanary.
Yes,
Y'all, thanks
good
for all
morning,
coming
everybody.
in. Yes. Trini. Woo, 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 woo. Bella Bops. Yes. Let's go.
So yeah, so obviously with us, just a recap while you guys are talking, I did some chicken spring rolls, which is ground mince with peas, and I made some phyllo pastry in them, and then we filled them up. There's about 50 there. Should go well. All sort of like nicely uniformed, nicely filled. Keema, mince, going to be in every bite. It's going to be good, really tasty. Just need to do a sauce with that. Then we've got some onion bhajis. Maybe I needed to make a few more, but they can fight over them. That's up to them. And then now I'm doing some cheddar chicken, which is chicken wings. So what I did was I got 4 chicken wings, found the joint in the middle and just cut them in half so they go a little bit further. I put some cumin seeds in there with some mustard oil and a little bit of ghee. And now I'm going to go in with some chopped onions and some chopped green chilies. I put about 4 chilies in there, give it a little bit of kick. And this is going to be like a fast kind of stir fry. So we're not going for a browning of the onions. We're not going to caramelize them. We're just going to let the oil infuse inside it. Where's my thingy? Inside the onion, just very briefly. I'm going to go straight into the chicken.
I have a quick question, Bobby, on the onions. When I make Indian food, I use the red onion. What do you prefer?
He can't hear you with the fan on.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's okay. Hi, Cindy. You guys in the audience, Cindy is Bobby's normal co-host, but since we have Mark and Melissa today, she's stepped aside. But hi, Cindy. Thank you for
Hi, Cindy. I
allowing
don't know
us
if
to come
you
in.
got my message.
Fine, are you fine with that? Hi, Rita.
Boy, he's really
He does
rough.
that pan like he does this for a living.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'll take at least one of each of those things you made.
So Mark and Melissa went.
Step it up. Usually I go a little bit calmer, but we need to step it up because of the time.
Yeah.
But it'll all look good. It'll all taste good. Very, very simple. I think this is on Food Talk TV anyway. I've made this one before. I think even Kaz, you've had a go at this, haven't you?
Yes, I've made it. I've made it too.
So this is one of my kind of like signature dishes, and I make it a little bit back to front. It's not like a normal curry where we caramelize the onions and we add the spices and then we add the tomato and then we let the oil release, then we throw the chicken in. This is a kind of like a back to front stir fry, and it really does help infuse those flavors into the wings because I want it to be dry so you can have it like a finger food rather than with you know, a naan bread or with on a bit of rice. So all we're doing here, because it's chicken, we're searing it. You know, we want to seal that chicken so the moisture retains inside. If you don't have the temperature high enough, the water then starts releasing and it will broil before it fries. And then what will happen is the chicken will overcook, the spices won't be cooked, you don't get a good finish. So we're looking to change the colour. As soon as this colour's changed from a pink to a white, I'll start going in with a little bit of salt and some spices, and we'll throw the tomatoes in. Give that a little fry, and then we'll let it simmer, and it'll be done pronto. And then we'll do. Sandra, do you want to do for me, my darling? Cucumber.
So you guys,
I'm gonna.
So you guys, Bobby Sharma is a chef. He's a restaurateur. He's owned several restaurants, and this is what he did for a living for a very long time. So
Amazing. Bobby, what kind of onion do you use in your Indian cooking? Do you use the red onion only, or do you use others?
No. I use here we get like English onions. You can get Dutch. You can get Spanish. So the white onion I use.
Okay.
But the Indian onions, I tend not to use them that much in the cooking because they can be a little bit sweeter. So the red onions are good for salads. But you can still cook with them, and a lot of people do still cook with them. I just find that when you caramelize them, they become too sweet, and they add too much sweetness to the dish, where sweetness isn't really called for in that dish. So it's really the white, blander, duller onion that I use. And hopefully one that doesn't have too much moisture. Because the ones with too much moisture, when you're making onion bars, is they become too moist, and some dishes they become too watery. So you just got to be careful with the water content. So just going to go in with some I've got some Celtic salt here, and this is just by visual. It's 1.5 kilos. So I'd probably put like a teaspoon in a kilo. So I'm just going to go in with a couple of sprinkles, give it a nice little burst, give that a stir.
you guys follow Food Talk TV.
What I'm going to do,
We go live every day.
while you guys are talking, I'm just going to go and change the angle a bit so you can see what's going on.
Hey, Claire.
We go live twice a day, and Mark and Melissa will be starting their show in a couple of weeks. This is their first box session.
No, I ain't used it.
Oh, great picture. Thanks,
Yes.
Bobby. That's awesome.
No, it's like, oh, that handle one, is that? You got it.
Thank you, Cindy, FTTV. You guys, he's making Gyro wings, which translates to cumin.
Going with some turmeric powder, Kashmiri chili. This is like gives it a nice color, and it's kind of subtle. It's not too spicy. And don't forget, I put some green chilies in there anyway, so we don't want to kill anyone. So we'll just put 2. I'm going to go in with some coriander powder, cumin, just 1 because there's whole cumin in there, and then about 2.5 garam masala. And we're just going to go in with a little bit of methi, which is kasuri methi, which is dried fenugreek.
My favorite.
Give that a little bit of flavour. And we've got any lemon juice.
Boy, each one of those is going to be a flavor bomb.
Yeah. Oh, I can taste it. My mouth is watering right now.
Right?
Now the smells are lovely at the moment. Smelling awesome. So I'm just going to put this extraction on for 2 seconds.
When it comes to Indian food, cooking curries and such, they don't have to be hot, but there's those of us who like it hot.
You know, it seems like everything that Bobby makes is hot, though. It doesn't have to be hot. You're right, but he likes it. He does like his chili.
I do.
Well, we've calmed down a lot actually, Kaz, now that you mentioned it. You know, over the years, I used to like it I used to like it really mild, and my wife liked it really hot, so then I started having really hot. And then we both kind of calmed it down. So it might look like a lot, but it's not. I mean, this food now, don't forget, a lot of the people who are going to be eating it are going to be English. They might not have as spicy food. So I've got even the onion bhajis, I've milded them down. The spring rolls, I've calmed them down. Because like I said, what I was saying to Georgia there early on, I'm a DJ that plays to the audience. I don't play my favourite hits so nobody dances. You got to play to the audience so that everybody gets a chance to dance, to listen to their favourite songs. We've all been to the club where the DJ just loves his own songs and nobody dances. So it's kind of a similar thing. You've got to play to the crowd. We're here to please. We're here to give service. Obviously, I'm not in the restaurant trade, but we are here to please. So nobody's going to be pleased if they're just eating food and go, I can't taste anything. This is horrible. This is a bad experience. I'm just buying some water. And if people just get annoyed, you can squeeze all the moisture out.
And by the way, I want to thank Tony and Mississippi Meets Georgia for manning the first 2 hours.
Oh, that was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
It was really good. Really, really good.
And she's a mom with 4 kids, and early in the morning on a Saturday is she went above and beyond. So thank you, Tony.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so
I
much.
really do sincerely appreciate what you did, because I was on my own. I wasn't expecting anybody to pop in. I sent a message to Sind, but obviously Sind might have not got the message. You're busy doing her own thing, and it was early in the morning. And then Georgie says, "Oh, can I come on?" I said, "Yeah, come on." And she was very professional, very experienced. She obviously does manage the shop side. What does she manage?
Yeah, she's FTTV shop partner manager. She's the general manager there.
Right, okay. She's brilliant, really. I think I went on one of her lives once as well, and I liked her delivery, and then she just came on and she just literally stole the show, took over. And
Okay, Cindy has a problem.
Sorry?
Cindy has a problem. Take a look.
Cindy, what's wrong? I love you, man. Where were you? I sent you a message, Cindy.
Ooh.
I sent you a message. Check your WhatsApp, man.
I'm not in the middle of
this. This is the fourth reading now, nothing.
Step back.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Neutral.
Speak with no Sind. I don't handle it anymore, Sind. But you know what, Sind? It was nice to talk to you the other day. We had a good chat. We had a little catch up. Of course, I love you, man. Love you, man. Love you. I love you. Big time. So just going to add a little bit more water on here. Obviously, a little bit at a time, because we don't want to drown it. We don't want any sauce. We just want it to be like a nice thick coating. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to bring that to the boil. We're going to put a lid on here, turn that heat down, and just let that cook. And then what I'm going to do is obviously get some coriander ready. But for now, what we've got, my assistant, Sue. Sue! Hey, Sue!
Thank you, Trini. We'll see you. Thank you for coming in.
So what she's done, because she's done this before, she's grated some cucumbers. She's grated cucumbers. Did you want, I need a bowl, haven't I? I'll just do this bowl, I'll just wash this. Just need to wash this bowl, guys. Nicely washed. There's some chicken in there. So what we're going to make is we're going to make kachumber. Did we have a lemon, darling? Doesn't look appetizing, that lemon, does it? Right, so in with the cucumber. So what we've done is we've grated the cucumber, squeezed all the moisture out. You can use muslin cloth if you want, but we don't want all the moisture to come out, but we just squeezed it. Otherwise, when we add the yogurt, the moisture from the cucumber will release and then it gets watery, and we don't want that. So we squeeze as much out as possible, and I'm guessing she has done. So in that now, just going to add a little bit of salt.
Hey, voiceless.
Sorry?
Oh, no, I was just saying hello to one of our people. That's all.
Just a little bit of salt, and then we're not going to go with any heavy spices. No chili powder, no this, no that. So we're just going to go with a little bit of garam masala, coriander powder, and a little bit of cumin. I'll tell you what, I will do a touch of Kashmiri, it's calling for it. So that's that. Then what I need is some mint.
Yeah.
There's a lemon there. It doesn't look very appetizing, but
You guys are watching Food Talk TV. This is the Yorkshire Indian, and you can follow him on his own page. He goes live. You can also follow Food Talk TV. We go live every single day of the week and multiple times a day.
just taking the rest of these stalks off because we don't want any stalks in there. This is just mint leaves. They're okay. Let me just give this a mix. Don't want anything sticky on there. Okay, good. Right, off now.
Oh, Mark and Melissa, I can see you now.
Hi.
Yeah, we're out of the shadows.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were in witness protection for a while. I didn't
No,
want to
it's
say
another
anything.
beautiful cloudy day here in Texas.
We'll never tell.
I will never tell.
Behind you.
Okay.
Give you a
Smells nice as well.
So, Bobby, you put garam masala in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us again what garam means?
Garam means
Masala?
hot. Masala means spice. So it's a combination of hot spices. But when they say hot, they're not really kind of like spicy, kill you off spices. But they're kind of like generic spices, provincial spices. So for example, in a garam masala, you would have some cumins. You may have some black cardamom. You may have some cinnamon. You may have some bay leaves. You have some green cardamom. You'd have coriander seeds in there. And what had happened with that is that you roast them and grind them, and then you make the garam masala out of it. So provincial, so for example, North India, like Punjab, where my ancestry is from, we would have different spices because they're more provincial. Whereas if you went down south, the garam masala might change in colour, a little bit more subtle. Because of their local spices, they would add those in. So not all the spices would always be the same, but some of them would. But some spices, for example, that grow in the north of India, won't necessarily grow in the south. So these are obviously original kind of like, garam masala spices. But garam, the translation, garam means warm, hot, and masala means spice.
Now,
So-
if it was a whole seed, would that be a different name?
Say that again?
If you were using a masala with whole seeds, would that be a different name?
No, it depends on the seed. So obviously coriander seeds are whole seeds, aren't they?
Yeah.
Coriander's whole seed, so it's still a masala. Coriander is a spice. So we class it as a spice. We class green cardamom as a spice. So all these are spices. So you have garam masala, which is basically a mix of spices. Then you have obviously your curry powders and whatever, your bastardizations of certain kind of like spices. Which basically they are. Right, I'm just gonna go in with a bit of milk. I've got any dud. Right, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of milk. So rather than using water, I like to dilute it a little bit with milk because water kind of like dilutes it too much. And then when it starts cooling down, what happens with the water is it starts coming to the top of the sauce, and we don't want that drama. So what we're going to do now is get a nice little whisk, and whisk this up. Nice thick yogurt, look at that. Ooh. Just get it all mixed up. Quite simple. And this is to go with, obviously, the onion bhajis, the spring rolls. You can have it with the chicken as well. This is very similar to, I don't know if you guys have ever made like a Greek tzatziki. It's very kind of like a similar kind of finish, a similar kind of light, fresh taste. Obviously, it's not made with Greek yogurt. This is made, well, it is made with Greek yogurt. Yeah, it is Greek style yogurt. I thought it was a bit thick. I was supposed to get the natural yogurt, but I didn't like the date of that. So I got a longer date and I got the Greek one instead. I always go for the longer date on things. If they're available, always go for the longer date. You never know when you're going to use it again or use it. So there is my chutney. So I'll show you that chutney later because we're gonna put those in little tubs.
He's a Yorkshire Indian.
Thank you, Cindy, for putting that in the comments. And good catch, Melissa.
Right.
I didn't see the question. Good
You
catch.
see the chicken? All the oil has come up. Well, the oil tells you a story as well. So when the oil comes up like that, it's saying that my masala is done. The spices are done. All we need to do is double check the chicken's cooked. The chicken seems to be firm, like the drum. You have the wingettes. So obviously, when you cut a wing in half, you have the drummet, the wingette. Sorry, that's the wingette, the flat. You call them the flats. And then you have the drummet, which is basically the drumstick style. There, that takes a little bit longer than the flats. So you just got to make sure it's not too firm. It's cooked through. That's going to need a few more minutes. So we're just going to crank this heat up, and any of that moisture that's left, I'm going to let that reduce down.
Mary, you'll find that with all the chefs on Food Talk, all the creators on Food Talk TV. They're very interactive, and the
Yes.
people that are in the box can direct the questions to that creator, and you will get a lot of information. It will always be delivered. Like, I've never seen anything else.
Also, it seems to work that way on Melissa Murr's show, too.
Oh, thank you.
You guys follow Miss Melissa. Just click her box and her name and give her a follow as well.
Oh, lemon juice. We've got any lemon juice. Have we got any bottled lemon juice? Just got a little Gatorade water on her. Just use a bit of Gatorade water on here. I don't have any lemon juice. Ooh.
What are we putting in there, Bob?
Is that rose water?
Gatorade water. So it's basically a root called Gatorade, which is kind of like we put it down to water. We add it to like biryanis and stuff, and we got like rose water. So it's rose water. It just gives it that extra kind of like delicate finish, that delicate flavour. They use mainly in desserts and stuff, but I just wanted a bit of tartness in there because I don't have any lemon juice. I didn't buy any lemons. I just, you know, when you look at your fruit bowl or your salad bowl or whatever, that's there, just stood there, and you always imagine it to have it full of bananas, oranges, lemons, limes. So when I got to the store, I went, no, we've got loads. And I come back, we don't have any. And obviously I couldn't go back to the shop today because we're having a parade in our local area, like a procession, and they close most of the roads after a certain time, so I couldn't get to them. Right, let me get some coriander. Coriander, you call this cilantro. Nice fresh cilantro. So I'm just going to cut some cilantro. The more the merrier, especially for this dish. I love cilantro on here. And then we're just going to finish this off with some coriander powder. Touch of garam masala again.
My mouth is watering.
Okay, so Cindy, he's making Jira wings. He's making human wings. I believe, Cindy, he's made them when you've been hosting a show before.
there we have it. So,
Anyone in the chat, please follow Cindy. She's Bobby's co-host. Oh, I'm sorry. Bobby, Cindy is asking you. She missed the name of the first bottle that you poured in the wings.
give it up.
Give it up.
Give it up. Give it up. I said, I'm gonna give it up.
I'm going to go into the Indian store and say I want some. Give it up.
But obviously, he was an American. Like, Kira, give it up, give it up. So you kind of pronounce it with a D, but the D would be silent. And we all know Cindy knows how to pronounce anything with the D. So there's my chicken wing.
Okay, Bobby.
That came right off the bone. Look at that.
Yeah.
Sorry about this. This is just our usual
Banter.
me and Cindy show. That's hot and that's spicy. I think people are gonna have their heads blown off. But this is nice and spicy. So we're just gonna play it. Should you want some on a plate?
He looks like a handful. I'll tell you what.
You guys, if you're just going through, please give Food Talk TV a follow. We go live every day, so hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when we are on.
Absolutely.
Below me is Mark and Melissa. They are currently on Melissa Murd, so follow them. And soon they will be on The Spice is Right. What time, Mark and Melissa?
6 p.m. on Monday nights. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Monday nights.
On Food Talk TV.
Absolutely.
On Food Talk TV.
What an honor. We're so excited. It's going to be a week or so because we got to finish our training with Kaz and the other management to make sure we understand everything. But we're so excited.
Oh, we're not plating. No.
I'm just to show you.
Oh,
Okay.
Janine, thank you so much,
I need to show
Janine,
you.
for being here, sharing our excitement today. Y'all subscribe to Food Talk TV, my friends that came in to support us today, because it's great. 2 shows a day, 7 days a week, plus multiple things to look at on the website, recipes, uploads. And this is the Yorkshire Indian, and I watch him every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. Love him.
Jesus, are you reading from a script? Amazing.
No, I'm speaking from my heart.
That's right.
Too good for me. I never got issued with a script. This is preferential treatment. I protest. Right. Okay. So what I did was, I know we said we weren't going to play it up. Obviously, this is party food. So you're taking off somebody's going to have less of tonight anyway. So what we did, we made some onion barges. So these are the onion fritters, basically. Made with onion. I put some cumin seeds, some carom seeds. And as you can see, nice and crispy. And then inside, what I wanted was less of the dough and more of the onion. Can you see? And when you go to the restaurants, what you'll have is less onion and more dough. It's like a cake almost, with the slivers of onion, which I never understood. And the way I did this is the way I made the onions, I sliced the onions, added the salt and spices, and left it for the natural water, the moisture of the onions to release. And then I used the gram flour, which is basically chickpea flour besan, added that and just mixed it in. I never added any additional water for the marinade. I used the natural water from the onions, and this is how you get a crispy finish and not loads of batter. So, and then this is the, like I said, the tzatziki. This is cucumber. We call it cucumber raita. Cucumber raita.
Oh my God.
And still, I cooked this a couple of hours ago. Let me just flip this again, sorry. How did you want some?
No.
I'm just going to be so pigged out. I'm going to be so full. And then, oh, the sauce is lovely. And the onion bhaji. I mean, they are kind of I'm not just making this up. I did a pop-up. I came out of the restaurant trade years ago. I did a pop-up about 6 years ago in my local area as a pub, just 2 days a week, just for 4 weeks. I ended up extending it to 9 weeks, extended it to 12 weeks. 12 weeks later, if you went on TripAdvisor, we have a thing called TripAdvisor here. I don't know if you have it there, it's like a review thing.
Yeah.
We were number one in a 50-mile radius as the number one best Indian restaurant in the region. It wasn't a restaurant, it was a pop-up, and I was only doing it on a Saturday evening or a Sunday afternoon. And then 3 weeks later, we got an award from a local paper saying the best Indian restaurant in the region. And we got an award and a certificate. And I'm like, next day I was like, right, I'm going to go back into restaurant trade. But the boss. You're not going back. So just to say, I used to make the onion barges there, and people were like, oh my God, these are the onion barges that we used to get in the 70s and early 80s. People don't make onion barges like this anymore because they're two a penny. Everybody's copied a formula. They just make it, but they don't make it from the heart. This is hearty cooking. You know when you say the southern classical food, this is classical food from the heart. Here is a simple example of what you can do instead of a samosa. You can make a nice spring roll. I made chicken mince. And
Oh, fantastic.
you call it ground mince.
Ground chicken.
Call it ground chicken. We call it minced. In India we call it keema. So I added some peas just to fill it up a bit. You can add potatoes, you can add carrots, whatever. I tend to like just the mince on its own, but I added some peas. Put some spices on there, fried it off, cooked it like a proper curry, and then made sure I simmered it down to all the moisture had disappeared so I could fill it. And can you see no dampness on the inside, still crispy. You can probably, and you'll probably about hear this. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and that's been sitting for a while. It shouldn't still be that crispy, but when I took it out of the fryer, it was really, really crispy. You got the sauce there.
Bobby, did you deep fry that or did you pan fry those?
So these, the beauty of them, because I'd already cooked the mince, all I needed to do was allow it to cool. So once it was cool, then we could start filling the phyllo pastry. Now, the beautiful thing about the phyllo pastry, you can put it in the air fryer, you can put it in the oven. You just need to you can brush some oil on them or you can spray some oil, cook them in the oven. All you're waiting for is the phyllo pastry to basically change colour a little bit, to go a little bit golden brown. Because the mince is already cooked, so we're not cooking the inside, we're just cooking the outside. So you don't have to fry them, but I actually deep fried them in the Indian air fryer, which was the one with the 50% oil and 50% air. It's my favourite.
Those are my favorite kind of fryers right there.
And then you got the drumette there.
Oh.
Hey, Bass.
Look at the masala. Listening.
Wow.
Chicken wings.
Wow.
Yes.
Spicy. It's quite spicy.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
That looks so delicious. And the meat's so juicy and
Yeah, it
tender. You're a tease.
What I say about the moisture. So we want the moisture retention. We want that moistness inside. Have you ever been to places where it looks great, but when you bite in, it's really dry? You know?
Yeah.
And that's the temperature control. I always try to teach people about temperature regulation. Indian cooking is all about temperature regulation. You know, there's no kind of people with probes and you know, those kind of like laser temperature gauges and whatever. It's just the eyes and experience. The eyes, the experience, looking at food. Food actually tells you a story. As you know, you guys cook. You know, baking a cake or anything, it tells you a story when you just have a little peek through the glass in the oven. You know what it's saying. It's saying, well, look, I need another 10 minutes. Don't open the effing door, whatever you do. You know, you kind of know from experience, from the amount of times you've cooked, you get these kind of inclinings. And I always call myself lucky, because I say I'm just lucky, I get away with it. But it's kind of like you make your own luck. It's experience. I've made it a million times. Chopping onions, million times. I've made the onion bhaji a million times. I've made a jida chicken probably about 100,000 times. and I made spring roll samosas about 200,000 times. You kind of know, and when you're making a curry, you kind of know. So if I walked into somebody cooking, I would automatically know where they're going wrong, where they're going right, what they need to add, what they don't need to add. You kind of work it out. But the temperature control is. I see people. You must see people that cook. They put the heat on full, the gas on full, and they cook the whole dish on a high heat. You can't do that. You say hello. Come say hello.
Mr. Or hello, Jeff. Thank you for coming in, Jeff. We appreciate you.
Look at this guy here. This is my my son.
Oh, is that the world traveler?
Hey?
Is that the world traveler?
He's a world traveller. Say hello. This is Kaz.
Hi
And
guys.
Melissa and Mark have just joined you.
Hi.
We've heard all about you. It's nice to meet you.
He's come to get his food and then he's going to be disappear again.
And then he's gone. Yeah, just like every time. Hey, MJ.
Where's the container? So yeah, keep talking. Where's that other container? I used one, darling. Oh, it's in there, isn't it? It's in there. Right, so yeah, literally all I need to do now is fill these up. Where's the other one gone? And I'll just do you a quick walk around. Where's that? You put it away?
What?
The greaseproof paper.
No?
I put it back. So yeah, we're just gonna top these up, get them ready, then I can have a quick shower. I've got some rice on the plate. If you want some more, Arjun, just help yourself, there's loads. Come on, just spring roll, what do you have? Right, we'll just keep talking, guys, keep talking, Kaz.
You guys, you are watching Food Talk TV. That's the Yorkshire Indian on the screen. You can follow him on his own page. If you don't know how to follow him, just go to the link in the bio and scroll down. You'll see a list of all our creators. And this week, there's going to be 2 more creators added on. That's going to be Oregon Family Cooking. That's going to be Dustin and Sharon. And Shannon. Sorry. Then next week after that, we're going to have Melissa and Mark.
So excited.
We are.
And what Bobby is doing right now, by the way, the Yorkshire Indian's name is Bobby Sharma. And sorry. Right now he's preparing for some dishes that he's taking to a party. He's been going at it for over 3 hours at this point. So, and Maria Mall is saying congratulations to you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. She is a very big supporter.
Yes,
she's a
she's
wonderful, wonderful
fantastic.
lady. We just love her. Ooh, the walk around. Let's go.
So there's the sauce, cucumberita. There's the onion bhajis. There's the jeera chicken. And there are the spring rolls. So I'm sure whatever else they've got, this is just going to enhance. People are going to come in, you know what they're like, if they help themselves, somebody will grab 5 of them, 10 of them, 2 of them, and then the 6th, 7th person won't have any. Doesn't make a difference, it's there. It's the thought that counts. They can do what they want, you know? But yeah,
Well, yours isn't good. You're going to have more. There's going to be more food there. There's going to be more food there than what you're bringing. This is your gift.
Yeah, this was just a gift. I mean, this is just like, why not? You know, as long as Martin and Mo get some, I'll be happy because it's for them. So as long as they enjoy some of it, I'll make sure they eat first, and get a bit, and they'll be fine. But we need to be there for just 6:30 because they're coming at 7. Because it's a surprise party. They don't know anything about it. They don't know we're going to be there. I think, Ajin, you coming? You're not? Shivani's coming, isn't she? Yeah. So my daughter's coming, so I'll pick my daughter up on the way. She lives in
Whole
Leeds,
family.
so I'll pick her up. And my son's not coming. He's just probably just do some work, carry on with his work. He's since he's been back, he's just been building his business and working all hours. But these are the years. I mean, you know, when you're young, those are the years to do the graft. You know, so let him do it. So you know, happy days. And he's on this kind of strange diet, so I'm surprised he's eating chicken, Jira chicken and onion bhajis and stuff, because he's just been eating meat. He's been on a meat diet. So yeah, so that's me. Hi, Sind. Next week, man, you gotta come on next week. We'll do it together. Melissa, Mark, all the best. Welcome to Food
Thank
Talk
you,
TV
Bobby.
family.
Thank you,
Thank
There's
sir.
some
you.
amazing creators on there. It's a really good family, really close knit. When you're on the chats and you know all the other 100 chats that Kaz has set up for you, you know, it's quite interesting. Andrea's really funny when on there, and it's quite informative. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't take too much part. I kind of like disable them because when everybody's doing the peak time chatting, I'm like trying to sleep and my phone's going deep, deep, deep. I'm like, shit, switch it off. So I try to take part, as Kaz knows, whenever I can, and I always do, and I always support whenever I can. So if you don't see me on your lives, you know, my apologies, but I will do at some point, and then I'll wave and say hello. And
I'll see you on your lives like I do every Saturday.
Yep.
Brilliant. Well, listen, love you, leave you. Thank you very much for joining. I'm sure you got some other live setup as well with Kaz. Like I said, welcome to Food Talk. Thank you everybody for viewing. I know you've had probably an overdose of me today, and some people need counselling now. But it is what it is. What can I do? So thank you very much. Love you, leave you. Have a fantastic weekend. It's a bank holiday weekend here, by the way. On Monday is a bank holiday, so it's a national holiday basically. So we're going to be enjoying. So happy days. You guys enjoy too. All the best. Thank you very much.
Bye, Bobby. Have a great time.
Bye, Bobby. Thank you for sharing your
Bobby.
time with us.
And put on a shirt before you get to the party.
Nice one. All the best. I'm going naked.
I'm going
Boy.
naked.